Laura was looking at the kidder.
I think we're ready to get going, right?
Yes.
So, Chomsky is the previous scribe. Uslag, you'd be up for scribing tonight if you're okay with that.
Okay. Yep, I can do that.
Right.
All right, and Chomsky, do you want to give us a quick recap of last time?
Yeah. So I put placeholders in the journal because I forgot until today. But we did a lot of catching up with old friends last game. I think that's what we spent most of our time doing. Uslag and Valman did spar with each other. I think Valman came out on top. I got.
Uslag did. Just saying.
Oh,
I think it was a close.
Uslag did.
It's a close one though.
It was
By
close,
one,
yeah.
yeah.
1-off.
Okay, then I miswatched that. But Arapel and Ziamat spent most of the time scribing. I found Darian and got the magic horse thing. The Obsidian Steed and Goggle of the Night back. Yeah, and I think we're about to teleport over to the main town.
You had also spoken to several of your allies about possible contacts, one of which
Gordo
was recommended Gordo Havelhammer.
who's a mercenary of the Talon Elite.
I believe there was also mention of a former possible demon issue that had been taken care of but not completely investigated. And something about undead being near town, but you didn't look into those too much.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember the undead at all.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing about that.
All right.
Well, it's in loose notes. It must be
No,
true.
Maybe it was like on a message board somewhere. Yeah.
So it is the 12th of winter at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I believe you had just been teleported by Xerxes. You are now in some sort of large room, standing in a cage. There is a teleport circle underneath you. Xerxes had spoken to one of the guards who had let him free. What looks like younger wizard looks at all of you and says, welcome to the Phoenix Guild, and welcome to the city of Tyvanus. He motions for you all to step out. He says, I'll get your names if you don't mind.
Oh, right.
And he looks to each of you. Is anyone not going to give their name?
Oh, I didn't want to.
What are you going to say?
Nothing. I just look at him.
So it's a little bit awkward as you two stare at each other for a moment.
And a fake name. This is Robot R13748.
He looks at you. He says, lying to the administrator is not permitted, please. I need his real name. And then he looks at you again. Xerxes at this point will say, you should probably just give him your name.
You don't need my name.
So
I'm Uslag.
the wizard looks
Nice
at
to
you
meet you.
again. And, okay, so you gave him... So it's just, Hohenheim is not giving the name? Right now? Did anyone else not give the name out?
Technically Darian was with us and he never gave his real name like when we were in other places.
yeah.
So.
Some other.
Darian
yeah.
gave a name and did not get called for lying.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But he did not
Yeah,
give
well,
the guy the
Arapel
name
definitely-
Darian. He gave him a different name and didn't get called on it.
Xerxes also gave a different name, so I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Arapel definitely just steps up and gives him all of his designations, and then starts asking about library card, like a library card or access.
He says, well, usually only college members are able to use the library, but I believe there are some professors you could speak to about that.
Oh, very good. Just point the way. What are their designations?
So he will say, well, before that, friend, Warforged, I believe. Should I go and contact one of my wizard superiors to figure this out, if you do not wish to give your name?
He just keeps looking at you confused.
All right.
Why do you need?
So he looks to the other student who nods and will get up and start walking out of the room. And he says, we'll just have to wait a moment to resolve this.
Alright.
And you all, the rest of you gave your names, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Did you forget
Yes.
your name?
Have been
You're like-
called many.
Oh, we can pick one. Whichever one you want.
Alright, so a few minutes later, an older-looking individual comes in. Big old smile on his face. He says, is there a problem with the registration? One of you doesn't want to give your name? He looks at the group, and the younger student says, it's the tall Warforged. He says, oh.
Excuse me, sir. I told him my name was Hohenheim.
He says, oh. He looks to the student. He says, the student nods. He says, excellent. Well, then that was easy to resolve. And he just turns around and starts walking out.
Damn.
This dog is very confused.
And the student just sighs and says, all right, you're free to go. What do you all
Had
want
to
to
throw him
do?
under the bus.
So, Arapel, you were given the name of someone which was identified. Well, they're supposedly on the 5th floor of the building. They'll be in today. You can find them nearby the library, actually. The name is Odra Forfin. Apparently, that is who you would speak to gain access to the library.
Okay.
Do I know if there's anybody in my network? Because I am.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if that applies to anything around here. To anything.
Let's see. Have you been to the Phoenix Guild before in your backstory?
I don't think so in my backstory. Yeah. My backstory is that I was a college professor and a researcher.
Well, the Phoenix Guild is a major university of magic. Were you just within the Shadowfell?
No. Started on Gaian.
Alright, so then you could probably reason that you've been to the Phoenix Guild before, unless you don't want to. I mean, we could just say you
I
haven't.
would love to. I
Alright.
should include that in his backstory.
So
That makes
then you have probably been here before, although it's probably been a bit. So with the researcher background, I'll say that, yeah, you have a contact within the Phoenix Guild, which you can come up with the name of.
Oh, great.
But yeah, you are all at this point given freedom to leave the, it looks like the teleportation hall is what it's called. It's kind of like a large area with a teleportation circle that's in a metal cage. Probably as a security measure. You also see that there is an iron golem just kind of standing near the door. Doesn't even seem to care that you're there. And a couple of wizards sitting around talking in here. There is
Salaman's
someone...
like waving in front of the iron golem, like, hello, anyone home?
Yeah, the golem just stands there like a statue. There is also what looks like a desk, and again, like a young wizard maybe sitting behind it, reading a book. So what do you all want to do?
Shall we begin research immediately, or shall we find accommodations?
Yeah, accommodations. Find our couple of our contacts, maybe.
Yeah.
Perhaps Shock or Gordon.
So Xerxes, Gordo.
I feel like Gordon is a nicer name than Gordo.
Don't you shame.
I mean, maybe that's just the Spanish speaker in me.
Gordo is such a nerd.
Since Gordo means fat in Spanish.
Oh, I never knew that.
So Xerxes is kind of waiting for you at the door. As you come out, he says, I have some business in the city, but then I need to depart. I think this is where we part ways, Splitlanders. You can always use sending to get in touch with me. He looks
I noticed
over
you
at...
used.
Go ahead.
I noticed you used a different name. She'd say like quietly. Should we not use the name we know you by around here?
He says, well, I don't think we're going to speak after this, but that was mostly for the records. I don't think anyone's watching us at this point.
Oh,
Sending,
I mean,
I have
like if we're
sending.
Go ahead.
no, she was just making sure that I don't want to like
Yeah,
ruin his,
if we're
his
talking
alias.
to friends.
Yeah, like if we're asking
Well,
around about him or something. Like,
He says, oh no, well,
Yeah.
if you
Spoil
ask
your-
around about me here and you use Xerxes, no one will know who you're talking about. So,
got it.
but yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. He says, as I said, I'm probably not going to see you again in the city. If I do, then yes, feel free to call me Xerxes or whatever you wish.
Okay.
What was the other name that he gave?
Oh, he gave the name...
Could you note that in his little bio there beside his picture so that we remember next time? Next time we go, what was that name?
Oh yeah, that's
he
right.
used
it was
the
like
name-
Shatter is
Shadar.
what I had written down.
Shadar,
Shadar.
okay. Shadar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yay.
And what's his name? Not Remy. Your
Darian?
other ally, Darian, used the name Tardik.
Tardik, okay.
Yeah. So he smiles and says, is there anything else you need from me before I go?
You have been most helpful. We hope to work with you again in the future.
He says, yeah, it was good to work with you as well, and I owe you much for freeing me from that accursed entrapment within the void. So I do consider you a friend for that.
Do good, friend. And be safe. Live long and prosper.
Alright, so yeah, he is going to take off. Just kind of walking down the hall. So yeah, this, whatever structure you're in, seems pretty massive. There are a lot of windows, several halls and rooms, like, all over the place. It looks kind of like like you would expect a university to look like, those of you who are kind of in the more elite class. People kind of rush to and fro. Some people are more relaxed. Others seem like they're in a hurry. You would also notice that some of the areas are lit by magical stones, continual flame rocks.
Can I go try to take one?
They seem to be in like a glass, almost like a lantern would be in, like a glass casing. Looks like you can open one of them, though, if you want to try to open it up. Yeah, you open up the glass, and you're just going to grab the rock.
Yeah.
All right, sure. You grab the continual flame
Take
rock.
4d10 damage.
I want to take it with me.
All right, yeah, no, you grab the rock, and what? You just pocket it.
If we are hoping to be able to do research here, perhaps we should not begin our stay by stealing small objects.
Yes, Ho. Why don't you put that back? If you need a light rock, I can give you one.
You just see him look kind of really sad because since Professor Chomsky told him to do it, he looks real sad like a kid as he just slowly puts it back.
Howdy face.
All right, so you put it back and close the glass case. So yeah, what do you want to do?
Well,
We could
what
go
do
to
you all
the
think?
we could go to the 5th floor and ask this contact and find out how library access might work for us, and we might also be able to inquire after lodging nearby that they might be able to recommend.
That sounds wise.
Alright, so you head upstairs. Lots of students are also going up and down. It is kind of the middle of the school day. As you get to the 5th floor, you would see several rooms, all seemingly filled with books. This might be the whole floor might be a massive library area.
Slug's never seen so many books in her entire life.
Yeah,
She's just...
and your group is definitely getting looks from some of the people, as you don't look anything like the other students or other wizards who were here.
Is there a desk or like an attendant
So,
or a...
yeah, you look around and you see a woman probably in her late teens, early 20s, sitting behind a desk reading a book kind of down the hallway a bit.
I will walk up to them and pardon me.
She looks up at you, adjusting her glasses, and then realizes there's no one there, looking at the rest of you, and says, "Who said that?" And then she looks down and sees you down below her desk, and she's, "Oh, hello." And gives you a smile.
We were instructed to inquire after one Odra Forfin.
She says, "This thing is amazing. Is this one of the new information holders?" She
This
says,
is TK421, version 3, designation Arapel.
she says
I have an
Information holder.
there's a big one too. Oh, yeah, you could just put them at the end of the hall in the closet. She kind of looks at Chomsky, assuming he's a professor, and says, "Yeah, you can just leave them there. We'll get them sorted later." Then she goes
I am
back
not
to her.
property.
Walking that direction, thinking
am
that
not-
that's what I'm supposed to do.
I'm afraid there is a mistake. We are not property of the Phoenix Guild. We are independent automatons.
She says, "Oh,
Yeah, there was.
oh, I learned about you. You're a
Warforged.
Warforged." She says,
Yes,
"That's cool. Hi."
This
Wow.
small one is quite remarkable for her age.
Valaman leans over to Uslog. For a learned person, she's not very observant, is she?
She
Yeah,
says, go
maybe
ahead.
she's just new. Maybe she's new.
Maybe she hopes so.
Says, "Well, my apologies then. You are visitors to the college?"
Affirmative.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, we are.
I see. Sure. Okay. So, sorry, what can I do for you? Yeah, obviously we're not storing you.
We seek information. I was told we were instructed to inquire after one Odra Forfin. Is this your designation?
Oh, no. Professor Forfin is... She looks around. Where is Forfin? Hang on. She, like, jumps up and starts running down the hall towards one of the rooms.
Very excitable, this organic being.
She's kind of looking around. Are you Forfin? She comes back and says, who are you here with, just out of curiosity? Maybe I can find someone to help you by your benefactor.
I'll whisper to Uslag, should we use the Foxglove's name or the
Or-
Splitlanders?
Or Shadar's name?
Why are you guys whispering? She says.
You just hear
Because
her
we're in
walk
a
out,
library.
We're in a
goes
library.
forward
She
and
says,
tells-
"Oh no, we're not in the library yet." She points to the rooms. Those are the reading areas. You can just talk out here.
My humble apologies, ma'am.
She smiles and nods.
We come from Char, the, I guess Mayor Asher, is kind of sort of a benefactor. I don't know.
Says
We're kind of
Char.
our own thing.
Char. Border town destroyed by strange energies, rebuilt. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
I'm familiar
I'm,
with it. Do we have a
Yeah,
a
lot going
Phoenix?
on right there.
Is your benefactor from our High Guard division then? I don't think we have any people in Char. Oh wait,
No,
that's where the professor retired to. How's what's his
Yes,
name?
Professor Chomsky.
No, it's
Says
gonna be
no.
Doru.
Professor Swiftmend. Potions.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
How's he doing? Just haven't heard from him in a while.
Arapal can't answer this question,
You're-
but
you're
Miriam is
fin-
really sad about it.
Unfortunately, Doro is no longer with us. He was
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh no, she says.
Very-
What happened?
good guy. Char was attacked by many things, but things were crazy there for a little while, and unfortunately, he was caught up in some of the
Oh,
Or-
that's.
yeah.
She says that's a shame. He taught my sister. He kind of retired when I started. I didn't know him too well, but he seemed like a very sweet old guy.
Yeah, he was nice. If I remember, I didn't know him too long, but he was very kind.
She nods and says, "Well, sorry, that caught me a little off guard, but yeah. So yeah, is your benefactor from High Guard or someone else?"
I was going to
Well-
be like, honestly, I have no idea what a benefactor is, so you're gonna have to explain this to me.
She
We have
kind of
arrived-
wrinkles her brow a little. She says, "Well, I guess, like, how did you get here? Who let you in? You didn't, like, climb in through a window or sneak in or, like, teleport in, did you?"
Oh, that would be Shadar then. He's not really a benefactor. It's more of a he owed us a
Shadar.
A
debt.
friend helping us out.
Not sure who that is.
The Blue
We
Wizard.
arrived via the teleport room and registered with your attendant there.
Oh, through the circle. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
She closes her one book and pulls out another book from underneath, opens it up, pages through it. She says, "Oh, yeah, here you go. You arrived a little while ago. Okay."
Everything's so official here.
She looks around again. She says, "Where is that woman?" Well, I guess you said you were here to do research?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, precisely.
All right.
Is
By the way,
there's
you have a contact name as well, Chomsky.
I was
if you
just
wanna-
going to ask
Okay.
if Professor Skyweaver, Ignatius Skyweaver, is still around. He's an old friend.
Skyweaver.
I think I remember he was around here.
What department is he in? Is he a teacher or?
Oh, he would probably be an alchemy professor.
Oh, okay. Just wait a moment. She looks in another book. Says, "Okay, yeah, got him here." And she says, "Let me send him a message." She is going to get up and walk down the hall. She says, "Oh, wait here. I'll be right back." And yeah, so she disappears for the moment. There are still students going to and fro, kind of walking through the hallway. Do any of you want to do anything, or are you just waiting for her to get back?
Slog's just looking really out of place.
Yeah.
I want to start just like walking around everywhere and just like stare in amazement because it's been a while since I've seen something like this. I've spent a lot of time in the wilds over the last few years.
Alright, yeah, it's a pretty impressive architectural work. You probably have never seen a building this large. Chomsky, you've been to this place before, so you recognize some of the things, while it looks like others have been changed or expanded. But the young woman comes back a little bit later with Professor Skyweaver, who says, "Professor Chomsky," adjusts his glasses, walks over.
Ah, Ignatius, it has been a while.
Yes, it's been quite a
At
while.
least 200 years.
He says, yes, so I'm guessing this guy is an elf or a gnome.
That sounds like a great plan.
Alright, or else he would very
Either one
much
of
be
them.
dead.
Yeah.
We'll say he is another gnome. So he walks up and goes
Great.
to shake your hand and says, "How have you been, friend?"
Trying to write books and doing pretty well. But let me introduce you to all my other friends, and I introduce him to Party.
He adjusts his glasses and stares at Arapel now and says, Is that a night weather construct?"
Oh, I see your keen eyes is still around.
This is
She has
fascinating.
quite a story behind her. Or he has quite a story behind him.
I've never
Quite a remarkable little robot.
I would greet him enthusiastically and give him my full designation intro.
Oh, well, look at you, little one. It's good to meet you. And good to meet all of you. He says, "Welcome to the Phoenix Guild." So I'm told you need to do some research.
Yeah, but you have an office we can go back to. Maybe grab some coffee somewhere. We've been traveling
Yes.
quite a bit.
Yes, the first floor, well, actually, you know him from 200 years ago. I don't know if would that work with the time frame of when the Phoenix Guild was established? That'd be like right near the emergence.
Gnome was a founding member.
I was thinking like we were just like classmates.
Well, now fucking.
This place
apparently
isn't.
Skyweaver
That
has
place
to be
isn't.
written in a loose backstory.
Yeah, this place isn't that old.
Oh.
They only came above ground about 250-ish years ago. After the cataclysm ended. Yeah, I mean, maybe the
we can adjust
Phoenix.
it.
Yeah, you might know this person more recently, and maybe
Cool.
like 50 years ago or so. That might make more
Cool.
sense.
Sounds good.
All right.
I thought that we were 1157. I thought
Yeah.
we were 1157 in this cycle, and the first 500 was underground, right? So isn't that like 650 years that we've been above ground?
You've
Or am I
been
totally off?
no, you've been above ground since I believe it is since 900 in this cycle.
Oh wow!
was-
So almost 1,000 years of the cycle was underground. Okay.
Yeah, that's how it usually
That's what I
is.
had wrong.
In fact,
Yeah,
the
I was thinking it was
reemergence happened early this cycle.
Okay, I was thinking it was like 500 years before the emergence in the cycles, but I don't know where I got that. So, all right, cool.
So he says, yeah, there's still the old cafe on the first floor. Let's go. We can have some food and talk. I'm curious to hear what you've been doing. If you have a night weather construct, you must have been very busy and lucky.
Very much so. Yeah, so let us go, and I'll lead the party.
Would he know Hohenheim? Did you have him back, Hohenheim, back when you knew him?
Yes,
All right,
he would
so
have,
he looks up
because
at
I
the.
lost Hohenheim when I went to the Shadowfell.
Yeah, so he kind of looks up at Hohenheim and he sees. Says, "I see you still have this one. He's taking good care of you, Hoey."
I just run over and shake his hand enthusiastically and just be like, "Hi, friend."
He says, "Yep, seems you haven't changed
Yeah.
much." And
Maybe he does need the headband of intellect.
yeah, maybe I should give that to him again. All right, so he leads you all downstairs to the first floor, where a bunch of people are eating in a cafeteria-like area, just like a bunch of big wooden tables, and you would see, a bunch of robed students having, looks like lunch down here, since it is close to 12. He says, the servers should be over in a bit to take your orders, but we can talk while we wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, I was going to ask, what are you going to talk to him about, or do you want to role play it?
I would just pull out all these notebooks that I've collected and start showing him all that and telling him all the stories of what we've been up to, or what I've been up to, and how I met all of these folks. And then I think during that I would ask the party, well, how can our friend here help us?
Are you going to include your research into soul crystals?
I'll stay tangential to that. So he's aware, but he's also aware that it's a time for,
because you also
not
haven't
the place to have that conversation.
You also haven't told the party about that yet. So
I've seen him use one, but that's about my knowledge of it.
Yeah, they've seen you, like, they saw you bring one out to reactivate Arapel, which they didn't really question.
And he also was able to. Didn't he also do a ritual on that crystal?
Yeah.
Yes,
that we
and
diffused.
there's been a couple of maybe troubling clues as during your travels with Chomsky that he's known a little bit more about that stuff than you would expect.
So I'm just like, well, he's a really smart guy. Of course, he knows all of that about that.
Yeah,
so.
Just magic stuff to her.
Suspicious.
Completely over her head.
The stuff I put in my background in the party, I would have explained over time to the party or people I was with.
All right. So does that include the soul crystal stuff, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So then they might know about that, but you don't mention it to him.
Yeah, I'll tell him there's other things we can talk about in a more private setting.
So yeah, he's very interested, looking over your notes and listening to your story. He says, "Wow, you've been through quite a bit. Shadowfell seems to have well, I don't want to say it's been kind to you, but you certainly have gotten a lot out of those journeys."
Yeah, it is not a place I would suggest vacationing at.
No, I wouldn't have thought to. But you say you're now looking into this Shadow Lord, and
yeah, we've we during our adventures we came across it seemed like Dwarven rune masters who had figured out a way to contain some of these creatures.
And rune
that,
masters.
I think is one thing we're looking into.
Those were the Dwarven wizards from the 12th cycle, Therian Empire, right?
I believe so.
He says, I'm not too much of a specialist in history, but I know a little bit about that stuff. He says, don't know much about the Shadow Lords, though. So you're looking for research about them?
Uh, yeah, I believe so, and I'll look at the rest of the party to see if they have anything they want to add.
Alright, so he just nods and says, well, I guess research might be a good way to go. There could be some professors you could speak to as well, and the food starts arriving. He
Okay.
says, do any of you... He says, well, Chomsky obviously knows me, but do any of you have any contacts within the Phoenix Guild? Or
Oh,
Gordo,
Gordo?
I
Gordo
don't think
Havelhammer?
is
I
he
don't
with
I
think
the
don't think
Phoenix
he's in the
Guild?
Phoenix
No,
Guild.
he was with the yeah, never mind, the Talon Elite. Okay.
He says, I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with a Gordo. Havelhammer, he said. Sounds dwarven. But,
Yep.
I mean, if he's here, then
Wrong
yeah.
place.
He says,
Um,
I definitely have some sway within the potions department. And I can help you get set up for research if you don't mind filling out the paperwork and paying, the fees. But he says, I don't know what else I could do for you beyond that.
no, that's great. Uh, where can I get the paperwork?
He says, "Oh, I can go and fetch all that for you after we eat." Oh,
And
do you have a
fee?
place? Or go ahead.
What was how much is the fee?
He says,
It's
"Well,
been a while.
generally research uh, and library fees for the week are 50 gold pieces."
Okay, great. Thank you.
He nods.
But yeah, and if you have any suggestions on good places to stay, I think we've just traveled here, and yeah,
He
wouldn't mind setting up a home base somewhere.
taps his chin a few times. He says, "Well, there's a couple of inns in the area. They're a bit pricey being in this part of the city, but they're definitely secure. If you want to take your chances, you could kind of go to the more southern areas of the city near the farms. The inns there are cheaper, but yeah, you don't get the same security. I would suggest staying nearby. You could
is there
become
guest
a."
Thank you.
lodging. Is there guest lodging here at the university?
He says sometimes that can be arranged. I don't know much about it. It's definitely going to be more expensive to stay here.
Oh.
I can look into it for you. That's usually more
Uh,
reserved for like teachers they invite to come from like different parts of the Dwarven Empire or people of stature. Are
I
you
feel like
all well
people
known?
might be interested in hearing our story.
He says maybe. It sounds
Uh,
like you've been through a lot.
um, do you happen to know anybody who has any quick jobs they need done? We could use an influx of cash right now.
Jobs. Well, I mean, they're always looking for temporary help within the college if you want to sort books or move crates or I mean, there's all sorts of work
Oh,
that needs to be done.
Cool.
I was kind of thinking like more, any demons that need to get, hunted down or
Do you say that out
undead.
loud?
Yeah.
He kind of spits his coffee a bit. Demons.
It's
No,
more,
as far as I
our
know,
usual.
there are no demons loose in the city. I hope not.
Hmm.
But if you're looking for more of that kind of work, I'm sure that the one of the local taverns might have postings for mercenary work. Says that's not the sort of thing I do.
Yes, I wouldn't expect it.
A whole lot better than sorting books.
There's the Coliseum, I guess, if you are
Oh,
in
that
the
sounds
mood
like food slugs.
to fight.
Ding, 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 ding.
And actually,
I
Valamin,
look over at Valamin.
you actually know a lot about the Coliseum in the city.
Yeah.
You haven't been to it in
It's
a
my
while,
old
but
stomping grounds.
yeah. He says that's some dangerous entertainment, but yeah, if you're good, you can make some money there.
Cool.
Well, it sounds like our first order of business is to complete this paperwork that you mentioned, and then we should seek out lodging. And
actually, sorry to interrupt you, real quick. Chomsky, you're still you're still into crafting and potion weaving, right?
Yes.
He says, south of here, the Artisans Guild is always looking for good craftsmen. You might be able to make some good a good amount of gold there.
No.
He says it's the large building right across from this one. In fact, you were. He says you're an artificer, right?
I am.
He says, I think it was established after you left, but the artisans, you might want to join their organization. There could be some benefits for someone as skilled at craft as you.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
He nods.
And it's great to see you again.
Yeah,
we shouldn't let another 50 years pass.
Says, we're not getting any younger. What was this guy's name? I'll add him as a character.
Ignatius Skyweaver.
Professor?
Yes.
How do you spell his name? His first name, Ignatius.
Ignacius. Ignatius?
Looks like Atius.
I think there's a T in there.
Yeah, he wrote it in chat.
I can update.
Perfect.
So, as the meal continues in the conversation, I imagine we have time to kind of discuss a few topics. I would ask him, upon seeing me, you recognized my craftsmanship as that of Nightweather. It is my understanding that such recognition or knowledge is not common in this place and time. Can you tell me more of Nightweather craftsmanship and how you know of it?
He says, no, it's not common at all. The only reason I know of it is because of this guy. He points to Chomsky. He says, we did some papers together on it back when he was part of the guild.
We didn't know it existed.
Actually, Lou, I don't think I am Nightweather craftsmanship, am I?
You probably don't know much about your origins. So.
Well, yes, Arapel's memory banks are damaged and he doesn't remember all of his origins, but there is a backstory and he has slowly been decrypting some of the corrupted memory banks. I've been slipping them into my journals, and he was created by a dwarf.
I thought when we first made the character, you said there may have been some mysterious circumstances to your creation that you didn't know about.
Arapel does not remember. His memory banks are corrupted, but I did write out the whole backstory, and I've been working under the assumption that I was of dwarven craftsmanship. I have the name of my creator. I have the name of the person who commissioned my building.
So you did want to know for sure who your creator was, because I thought you kind of said to leave it a little bit up in the air.
Well, no, I mean, I definitely wrote it all out. Arapel himself, he only just uncovered. So at the end of one of my recent journals, there was a decrypted memory file.
We can make it that. I just thought you had wanted to possibly have it be cryptic and not known for sure who your creator was. But if you want to have it so that it's a dwarf, we can say that that's not you then.
Well, here's the I've got the date and time and everything, because I asked you about whether this date of the 12th cycle would work correctly as being kind of right at the eve of the cycle before the cataclysm started again. And this was that what I just put in chat was the part of my last journal entry that was one of the decrypted memories that he had managed to
All right, sure. So he would not have said any of that then. Disregard.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so he says, but anyway, I'm going to take my leave unless there's anything else you need to speak about, Chomsky. I'll be back in a little bit with the paperwork, but yeah, you're free to move about here, get maybe get a place in the city, and yeah, if you need anything else, just let me know. I'll be around.
Thank you.
And he smiles and probably goes to shake all of your hands. And then he will go back to the stairwell and start going up the stairs.
Cool.
So yeah, you're in the cafeteria, probably finishing up your lunch. What do you all want to do?
Fill out the paperwork, I guess.
Yeah. What I feel like we need some way to get money quick.
Shall we go over to the Artisans Guild once we submit the papers?
Yeah.
Get you registered and see if there's any jobs you might be able to take there.
Yeah. Any other ideas? Anything else anybody
mean-
wants to try?
Yeah, there's the mercenary work, and I can always pop over to the Coliseum, see what I can do there.
Yeah.
Anyone else that wants to join? I don't know what kind of they could take. Maybe they take wizards. I don't know. Mages.
I wish they would take teams of 5.
Ooh.
No,
Yeah, maybe you do team
generally
tournaments.
they don't do non-martial type of combat.
That's fine.
You can't really fight with magic. Like it's not that all that interesting because it's kind of lethal and also
Yes, I
kind of
would agree.
cheating. So you don't usually like you'll get kicked out if you try to do any magic tricks or spells or anything. It's more just
calling me
about
out on the floor, aren't you? Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, mages.
no mages.
No mages allowed.
No mages allowed. Alright, so yeah, he'll come back down the stairs with the paperwork. And you said you were going to pay the 50 gold for the week admission.
I do not have that, I don't think.
Oh, I can.
I think Uslag has a
front
lot
that.
of money.
Yeah, I
Can
can
I
front
try to
that.
say that
I'm
we
just
don't
the money
need to
bags.
pay it?
The money bags right now.
Can I try to say that we don't need to pay it?
I say it to who? The professor?
Whoever's asking for the money.
He says, well, I can't file this paperwork without the fee. I mean, I guess
Can
I could
fee
just...
be reduced?
He says, not generally speaking. You would have to have a pretty powerful patron to get fees reduced or waived. And you all said you... did you give an identifier for yourselves? Like your group name?
We did not.
So yeah, he would say, unless you know someone of importance, I don't think they're gonna just waive fees.
Yeah.
I make up some name that I think sounds important.
He just kind of looks at you weird. He says, I don't know who that is.
Let us. Well, yeah, the fee is not a problem.
Alright, so Uslag hands him the fee.
Beg Uslag.
He says, alright, and did you want any help with research? You can hire students to help if you want to pay extra money.
Huh. We'll have to talk about that for... Yeah, we'll get back to that. Who do we talk to about that? Just the front desk?
That nice woman upstairs who brought me to you can get that arranged. She says, yeah, you don't have to decide that now. You can always add that on later. But I'll get this paperwork going, and you should have access to the library in about an hour. They'll give you your card and everything. So yeah, cool. He is going to take the paperwork and the money and go back upstairs. What do you want to do?
Do we want to go to the Artisans Guild? Or try to find somebody to... pay us to clear out some.
I say you should check out the Artisan Guild, since he said that they might be seeking those of your talents that could be good contacts and possibly a source of revenue.
Screw that. Cool, then.
Oh,
I would love to do that.
so he would have given you a name because you probably want to, have a contact.
Cool.
Let's see. He says, ask to speak with... Oh, that's the researcher. Ask to speak with Dofara Froud. She's an old friend of mine who works over there. Artificer like you.
Cool. Thank you.
He says, yeah, good luck.
Thank you. We need it. Cool. Then, head over to find Dofara.
Alright, is everyone going, or do you all want to do different things, or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna
I kinda
follow
wanna
Chomsky.
Yeah, I kind of want to stick together for now. This is a very unfamiliar place.
Yeah, let's
Right.
get ourselves established, and
Yes.
then maybe we can do
So we have a-
simultaneous downtimes, afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, once we're all settled.
Cool.
Alright, so the Artisans Guild is a huge building, only a little bit smaller than the Phoenix College and all its towers. As shown there, kind of a large, strangely shaped structure. When you go to the front door, there is a golem there that steps out and says, please identify. You've never heard a golem talk before.
I will identify myself as Noam Chomsky. I will say my friends here, we sometimes call ourselves the Splitlanders. We are looking for a friend, Dora Froud. Dofara Froud.
Its eyes glow. It says Chomsky, professor not recognized. Dofara Froud, artificer, recognized. Is she expecting you?
I don't think so.
I will send a message. Please wait here.
Thank you. Can you tell her that our friend Ignatius Skyweaver suggested?
Words recorded and sent.
Very efficient.
What do you want to do? Or are you just going to wait?
I'll tell Hohenheim to let's help find this lady and make sure we get a spot in the Artisans Guild. You seem very charismatic, little robot.
Understood.
Alright, so about 20 minutes pass as you're waiting there when an older looking human woman comes walking out. She has a very peculiar outfit, like goggles, a bunch of leather belts with tools strapped to them. She walks out and says, Chomsky?
Ah, yes.
She says,
I don't know if we've met before, but
she puts her...
I'm visiting, and an old friend, Ignatius Skyweaver, suggests I talk to you.
Oh, yeah. She takes her goggles off. You notice her hands are full of soot. She says, well, she has gloves on, but she says, yeah, no, I know Ignatius. How do you know him?
We were classmates back in the day when we were young gnomes, causing ruckus and blowing things up.
She says, wow, then you're way older than me. Not often I meet
thank
one...
you for reminding.
She says, not often I meet someone older than me. Even gnomes and elves these days. But, what are you doing here?
I, I'm wondering if I could, how I go about getting membership into the Artisans Guild. I have a lot of skills, quite versatile, and yeah, would love to get involved.
He is very good.
Give me a persuasion check. Hohenheim and Chomsky.
Yeah, super. Oh.
So she kind of nods, looking back and forth, and says, do you have any examples of your work?
Owenheim is
Uh,
the example. That's why he's so persuasive.
Look at
and
me.
Carl, I'll show them Carl, Uslag's Goggles of the Night, and Arapel's Goggles of the Night as well. Those were
She-
I want to
crafted.
point to Arapel and go, also family?
She puts her goggles back on, looking at Carl. She says, is that an alpaca?
Ah, yes, that is a good friend Carl, and I'll hold out a handful of nuts and bolts and tell her to give it to Carl.
She says, wait, your construct eats?
He's very food driven. You know, it's the only way to get him to do some things.
Well, that's quirky. She smiles. Oh, look at that! He's got like a mouth hole, and you just like pull those out of his stomach to refeed those to him.
I mean, he's just like an alpaca. Just his waist is metal.
Huh. Interesting.
I also have an insignia. Could I hold that out and see if it means anything to her? From my background?
So she looks at it and says, she says, what plane?
Shadowfell?
Oh, okay. You're traveled then. What are you doing here? Just looking to make some extra money?
That and we had a friend of mine had something stolen from them, and we heard that it might be in this area.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's always shitty. Well, the craftsmanship on this alpaca is fairly remarkable. What specialty are you? I assume artificer, but what specialty?
Oh, smithing, alchemy, tinkering. But honestly, I can work wherever opportunity provides.
She says,
pretty skilled in just about everything.
well, I was more speaking of your, he says, oh, battlesmith, okay.
Oh, yeah, battlesmith. Yes, sorry, my bad.
She says, well, and these goggles are very well made, very impressive craftsmanship. I'm sure that they could use someone with your skills. I can try to get that set up. How long are you going to be in town?
I planned for a while. Years. Well, months, years. I'll look at the rest of the party. It's nice here.
Says the long-lived.
Can I? Is she hiring our group as a whole or just Chomsky?
It sounds like she's hiring Chomsky.
Okay.
She hasn't hired anyone yet, though. She's more just kind of asking him some questions.
Yeah.
I would
Can
say
I be like, I also want work.
She looks at
I
you
would-
and says,
I would
go
say
ahead.
we're here for 1 to a few weeks.
She
Yes,
says,
what the short one said.
let's see. Okay. And she looks up at the big one, says, you're a warforged? Are you an artificer as well?
I can do many things.
Oh,
He,
such as?
Whatever you need.
Well, that's a bit vague. I'll tell you what. How about I have you come back here in a couple of hours. I would like to interview you formally to get a list of your abilities, and you can bring your friend. She's looking up at Hohenheim, and maybe we'll have some work for him as well.
Great, thank you.
She says, I can't do it right now. He kind of caught me in the middle of something. But yeah, if you come back, and she looks at a watch on her wrist. She says, in about 2 hours from now, probably around 3 o'clock.
Cool.
That's high tech.
She smiles and bends over to shake your hand. And she says, it's good to meet you.
You as well, thank you. I appreciate it. See you in a few hours.
She nods and walks back in, going past the golem.
Cool.
Shall we find an inn next?
Sounds good.
All right.
Were we given a location of where Shock was staying, or
You
no, I
were
don't think
not.
so. We're not.
You
Oh, that's
were
right.
not,
Melody's
no.
with us.
Yeah.
Did Melody
Oh,
come
is
with
she?
you? Oh, yeah, she is. So she's been
Great.
kind of quiet.
Mhm.
I forgot she was there. So she
Perhaps,
says, yeah, we should go find a place to stay.
Okay. All right, let's wander towards. It looks like there might be some businesses or buildings or market areas
North.
here.
That is a marketplace. Yeah, very large marketplace here.
Are there inns around it?
Yeah,
Didn't
so
we say the north?
Oh, did
We
he
wanna
say to the
stay
north?
he said,
I don't know how far
yeah.
north, but
So you would find there are inns, kind of a couple of inns around here. You don't have to worry too much about like finding an actual room. We can just say the group gets an inn. But yeah, I mean, what sort of things do you want to do in the city while you wait for your appointment? I guess the rest of you, what are you doing? Because Chomsky has his appointment today.
I think Arapal would go back and forth between spending time finishing scribing his scroll of Revivify and spending time at the Phoenix Guild Library once we've received our card.
All right. So.
And I know I can only do one downtime thing at a time, but if we're going to be here for a week or more, then like those are kind of probably what I'll do with the first few days.
All right. What about Uslag and Valamin? Did you two say you were?
What you
kind of
thinking,
make a beeline
girl?
for the Coliseum.
Mhm.
I would like to see if I could watch a match or two, kind of get a sense of.
You can watch
like
from
what
the middle of the
types?
ring. You got this.
Is this the Coliseum? I'm just looking for a building that might be the Coliseum.
Yeah.
It's right here. It's an
Oh, it's
underwater
right.
coliseum.
Just in the middle of the lake.
Oh, that's gonna pose
Yeah.
some challenges.
Yeah, it's just
No,
a
it's
platform
not.
that you
Fight
guys have
until
to
you
I
like.
would
have to
have
breathe.
water breathing.
So yeah, the two of you are heading over there for today to kind of look at that. Look into that.
Valaman's token is weird.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have a token.
I don't have
think.
a round token for it, so yeah, it's a square still. I don't know how to make tokens. Somebody
Square.
else made it for me in my other game. I'm new. I don't know what to do.
Just Google token maker, and there's one that
Yeah.
comes up first. Yeah, it's a free one that's super
Brought
easy.
up a
awesome.
bong store. Did I type token in wrong?
That would make a lot of sense. I need to.
Well, I can give you the one I use.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or I
roll
could-
advantage. I think.
Or
is
I guess
the-
I could just make it for you right now. It's fine.
I'll-
Take
I'll
like a
post the
second.
link.
Yeah, roll advantage. That's the one that comes up. Like,
Harley is very
Yeah.
demanding. It's got to be right.
Yeah, I can just make the token.
We embrace all shapes here. We don't shape discriminate, whether you're round or square. And I'm a little square, okay?
It's fine.
He's a square.
Wait. Are you a little square? Because it looks like you're 300 feet. A 300
Is that why
foot
you're
by 300
never
foot by 300 foot square.
Val? Is that why you're never around?
That's right.
Wow.
That was already square.
All right. Made you a token.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Like my token in the meantime too. I think I can do it.
Yeah, you're not gonna live your whole life on charisma and persuasion. Do something right.
Dude, I'm gonna do it, man.
Let me just give you your stats for your token.
I probably would have like if we were splitting up at any point, I would ask it if anyone feels like they're gonna need any money for the day. I could just add it to the party inventory, but since we're, if anyone needs money, I've
Oh,
I've
I
got
think I'll
some.
be
Probably
good.
best if we do split it up because
Yeah.
pickpockets.
That,
This adventure brought to you by Uslog.
Yeah, if you want to take like the 800 that we got from
Should be a
Alira
rage chat
and
budget.
we
Oh, wrong.
divide
Oh,
it
right.
up.
Oh, we did get some money. That's right. I forgot about that.
cool. 800 divided by 5.
I don't
Right?
need to take any of
That
that.
makes it easy.
Uslog's like
Cool.
she's got more money than she knows what
200
to
for
do.
everybody. 200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
All right, so you
I don't
split up
foresee having to
Alira's
spend
money,
it, but,
getting
yeah.
200 gold pieces each.
Okay.
Melody is going to separate from the group for now. But
Yeah, maybe she'll find Shock without us.
yeah, she's just
Yeah.
going to go look around the city for him. That's what she's doing today. Chomsky, you're going to go to the Artisan Guild for today, not do research.
Yep.
Okay. Arapel, what are you doing?
I'm going to go back to the Phoenix Guild because they said that our card would be ready in an hour, and I will begin searching for. I will begin using the library to see if we can find any information on Dwarven Runemaster technology.
All right, and what about Hohenheim?
I'm just gonna follow Chomsky.
Chilling out with Chomsky. All right. So, you don't have
Chilling
a
with
token
Chomp.
either. All right. Well, so you speak with the woman. What was her name? Dofara, Professor Froud. She is very impressed with your work. She would be happy to give you a job helping with creation magics within the Artisans Guild.
Cool.
They have a lot of different things that are asked to be created by nobility, as well as special projects that they have people work on. She's going to start you out off on kind of smaller things. But she
Cool.
says you would basically get payments for your work at the end of the week.
Okay.
She says, are you ready to start today?
Let me talk with my group and make sure everybody has a plan. But otherwise, yes, I am.
So I don't think she would have a job for Hohenheim because he doesn't actually do craft work, does he? Does he have any artisan tools or anything he uses?
All he has is thieves' tools and connections to. He's a faction agent, so he can get information. But
What
he can talk really good.
what faction?
Say Zen.
Oh, all right.
Zenheim.
So that I don't know if that'll do much good in this place, but there might be agents that you could try to get in contact with in the city. You'd have to ask around.
Okay.
But yeah, what are you doing for today, Chomsky?
I guess I would craft.
So you are going to work here
Well,
today?
I don't know. I would want to talk to Arapel and see if she thinks I should help with the research or if we need money now and Uslag and Ho. And
I would
Ho.
say I think that it's valuable to make contacts, and it's possible that you will learn as much as you like.
Cool.
So
I
you
mean, I
find
think-
her already in the library spending your research money. She's already
your research money.
looking
I'm
for
just taking
books.
advantage. We paid. Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
um,
Cool. And Uslag,
I mean-
you good with that?
You don't know where Uslag is. You
Oh.
assume you'll meet her at the inn tonight. She
Okay.
she and Val are just gone unless you have a way of getting in contact with her mentally. Or not Val. What's his name? Oh yeah, it's Val. Valaman.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Then, based off of that, I think I will go work the Artisans Guild.
Okay, so you put a day of downtime towards that project. Are you just helping him, Hohenheim, or are you gonna go do something yourself?
I'm gonna go try to find work with the faction agents.
Okay. So you are looking for information. So let me get back to you in a moment. The two of you at the Coliseum. So you're watching some of the fights here. There is gambling going on as well. It's definitely not. You're pretty sure so far, at least, that you are the most skilled fighter in this place. All these people, while okay, like you know that you and probably Val are both better fighters, or both, yeah, better than the people you're watching.
Okay.
So what do
do you
you
think,
want to
Valman?
do?
Should we get in there?
do some fighting and
You want-
Yeah,
gambling.
we should. Is that even a question?
You want to register for the fights?
Hell yeah.
All right, so you and Val put your names in. There's going to be like a kind of like a tournament bracket throughout the week, but depending on your rolls, we'll see how well you do. Okay, Hohenheim. So can you link your background for me? Your background ability that you're trying to use here?
Are you talking to me?
Hohenheim. The
Hohenheim.
Warforged, yeah.
Yeah, the safe haven.
Okay. All right. And so you're basically just trying to get in touch with them right now, right? These agents.
Mikey, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Did we lose them?
Oh,
There you are.
I heard you there.
there we go. Okay, sorry. Yes, I was trying to freelance some work within the city.
All right. Give me a persuasion check. Okay, so yeah, you're certainly a bit of a spectacle for the people in the marketplace, as you are the only Warforged that seems like is in the city, or at least in this area. So you get in touch with some people who would ask you what group you're with, or are you with a group?
I guess I want to explain that that I'm just looking for work and they don't need to know.
Okay, so you're just saying that you're here by yourself, kind of.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the people will say, yeah, I could probably put you in touch with your agents. It's going to cost you, though. And he kind of puts his hand out as if expecting a bribe.
I have been agent for a long time. You no need money.
Give me a persuasion attempt at disadvantage.
Okay.
Did you tell him he doesn't need money?
Doesn't need money. Well, meaning from me, but I'm not very smart.
Yeah, go ahead. So 17. He gives you a bit of a look. He says, "Listen, friend, I don't think you understand how things work in the city. We do work and we get paid for it. Nothing's free. So if you want me to go look for this guy for you, who, not saying I know where he is or doesn't know, but you're going to have to give me something for that. If it's not money," or go ahead.
I hand him 1 gold piece.
He and the other guy just kind of look at each other. He says, "Really? 1 gold?"
I hand him 2 gold pieces. Like
He
for a total
says,
of 3 now.
"How about 20?
I hand him 5 gold pieces for a total of 8.
He just stares at you. He says, 8 gold, huh? Alright, yeah, I'll see what I can find.
I look at him and I go, I say to him, better do good. And then I pull out 5 more gold pieces and put 5 more gold pieces on.
So how much is that total now?
13.
13. Give me another persuasion check. Or you can use maybe intimidate at disadvantage, either or.
Oh, they're the same.
Okay. So he nods and sighs and walks off. A little while later, he does in fact come back with a individual who you don't recognize, who will give you the secret gesture for your faction.
I give it back.
Okay, so you kind of secretly give it back to him. He says, "How long are you in town and what are you looking for?"
Repeat that again? Sorry.
How long are you in town and what are you looking for?
I'm in town for the time being and I'm willing to do freelance work. Or just, I guess yeah.
Says, so
take
you're
it day to day.
you're looking for jobs? Like mercenary work?
Just odd jobs, information.
Nods. He says, "All right. And anything off the table or just whatever we can find you that pays well?"
Only information.
He says, "What do you mean information?"
It goes on to try to say, like, hold on. No hurting people, only information.
He says, like a research assistant or something?
I'm gonna say this normally. I'm not gonna use voice chat. I want to look. He's gonna say, I'm okay with bad information being trafficked, but no one can be hurt.
He says, I guess I don't fully understand what you're trying to do. Are you saying you have information you're trying to sell?
I can get information and sell.
He says, all right, well, what type of information do you have?
Depends on what you need.
He says, well, I can set you up with a place I can set you up with a safe house and a place to live. Of course, it's going to cost you some money, but it'll keep you off the radar. He says,
if you know anybody that needs to find out information, I'm the person. I can find out anything that anybody is looking for specifically.
He says, how would you do that? Like magic or?
I have talents.
He shrugs. He says, all right, well, it's a bold claim. I hope you can pull it off. He says, I have some people who might be interested in that talent, so I'll get you set up. And
Sounds good.
he would find you a safe house within the city, which is kind of off the radar. So that's going to be most of the day for you, and the day is kind of going to pass for all of you, so you can put a day towards your downtime projects. I assume you're meeting up at the inn at the end of the day?
Probably, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I want to go just to see Professor Chomsky before I go off to where I'm going to be, and just not tell anybody that I'm doing it.
All right, so just look for him at the library. Well, no, he's doing the art. You're doing the artisan today, right, Chomsky?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm doing the artisan. Yeah.
So, yeah, you go meet him, tell him what you're doing, and at the end of the day, it is now about 11 o'clock in the evening, so go ahead and put a day towards your projects that you're working on. Shock is there. Melody found him, so he's having dinner with you all as well.
Yes.
He says,
Shock.
friends. He comes over and starts giving out hugs. He says, it's so good to see you. Feels
Honestly,
like
I
it's been
think, like,
forever. Those of you
it
who...
would be an
It would just be
introduction for most of
Uslag.
us.
Yeah, mostly
yeah.
just be
I
Uslag.
want to join and try to give a hug though as well.
It'll be a little bit, he does like, oh, I'm sorry, do I know you?
Hey, Shock.
Hey, Uslag, and he definitely gives
Look
Uslag
like
a hug.
friend.
I would introduce
He'll
everyone.
just kind
Hello,
of shrug
Shock.
and
My name is Valaman. Nice to meet you, sir.
says, nice to meet you, friend. Looks like you guys have been. He says, oh wait, yeah, okay. I recognize you. Aren't you a gladiator of some kind?
I am. Do you watch?
He says, I haven't in a while, but a long time ago I did.
Yeah, I haven't been in the ring in a very long time, but I'm very pleased to see that you recognized me from my former glory days.
He says, yeah, you cleaned up. I made a good amount of money betting on you a few times.
Oh, that's why you know me. All right.
He says, what happened? You just kind of disappeared one day.
I think that's a story best left for another day, my friend, but remind me and I will tell you.
He nods and just says, all right, well, yeah. And of course, gives Uslag a hug, says, goes and, introduces himself to Professor Chomsky and everyone. What is the group, is there anything in particular you're going to talk about? Or you just want to pass time? What do you want to do?
Well,
I think there's-
I mean,
I think
what
you
were
had
gonna say,
wanted
Uslag?
to speak to Uslag at one point, so.
Yeah. Do you think I should? Well, what do you think we should do now?
You're asking.
Uslag, as
Uslag?
well as
Oh.
everybody else, but you're the one leading this.
Well, I think the research is kind of
Is
the
a priority.
priority. So whatever we need to do
Okay.
to get that done. I'm. Well, yeah. So just helping fund that, I suppose, which I will gladly do. Fighting in the Coliseum, if that helps.
Cool.
Because I'll be useless in the
Yeah.
the library. So
Yeah.
So
what else do we need to do here? There was something else someone requested.
just
we-
FYI, the research is going to require intelligence checks at the end of the week.
Yeah.
see how
so
well you
I
do.
think I'm gonna need to switch over to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Research
Yeah,
requires
Eric,
intelligence, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Just awkward silence after he said it.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, then why am I doing this? Okay. Can I
Arapel.
change my downtime today?
I mean, you could still put the day towards it. You could have found a bunch of books for him. You could just continue your project.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I guess I can show you what each of the
You
things
have
you're
a
doing.
church, right? Is that what you would want to do?
Any hall of learning is a sacred place to
Okay.
Nagmarin, to the wandering tinker.
Oh.
Yeah.
So here's some information on the different downtime activities.
Cool. So
Yeah, I
maybe
didn't realize
we do
that.
6 days.
I didn't realize that, like, it requires like
And
high intelligence to read books. I just thought it required time.
yeah.
Well, you don't have to have it. You just get more out of it if you have high intelligence. Like, because I think you make a roll and you get pieces of lore depending on how high you roll.
Could I do it like where I'm trying to review as many documents as possible, looking for references to the subjects that we're researching, and then I can, if I find any reference to those things, I'll pass them to Chomsky to read more carefully, to decipher the meanings.
Okay.
Like, would that make it an easier check or anything?
So you can both work on it. At which point, like, if Chomsky rolled poorly and you rolled well, we take your roll.
Okay.
Or you could work separately, and even if you rolled poorly, you'd still.
I would also. Can I have inquired today when I returned and started the research? Can I have inquired what the costs of hiring students to help us find?
Idea.
Yeah, what that would cost.
Here, I'll give you the research info.
Up to 50 gold piece. We could add 300 gold pieces to get a +6.
Yeah, so you can spend money to basically like hire people to help you.
That's a bit of a chunk, but it might guarantee that any information in this library that it is on the subject we're looking for would more likely be found.
Yeah, the most you can get is a 21 or over, which will get you 3 pieces of lore.
Okay.
Cool.
You always get, well, no, you have to get over a 5 to get 1 piece of lore. So yeah, the more lore you get, the basically more you find out about the thing you're researching.
Cool. Well, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that'll be my new downtime activity.
All right, so you're going to switch over to that. And you could use the day that Arapel put towards it. You're quitting your Artisans Guild job already?
I'm going to let her know that I'll be back.
You have to do something else?
Really
all right, that's fine. So you kind of put that on hold.
Requesting PTO on his second day.
Yeah. Oh, he is Chomsky. As for the pit fighting...
Yeah.
So
Tell me more. Yes.
Here, I guess here I'll use Discord to give you that info because it's kind of a dump in here. I'll put it in the main chat.
I have a little bit. I have the downtime activity thing up as well for that.
So yeah, they require checks in athletics, dexterity, and a con check. And basically, the more successes you get, the more money you win.
All right.
And of course, some fame. I think you make these at the end of the 5 days.
Oh, right. That's right.
So you're still kind of in the tournament, and basically we resolve it at the end.
Okay.
As
we're only allowed to spend 8 hours a day on downtime. Like, I couldn't do like.
Yeah, you're limited. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're limited to. I mean, you can.
Well, yeah, but I was thinking, there's 24 hours in the day, and even if
no, you can't do overtime. It's the socialists, they won't let you. Well, I mean, you can work on other things though. I mean, if you want to scribe spells, for example, or.
Well, that's what I mean. He's got 24 hours towards his 40 hours for his Revivify scroll. So could he do 4 hours of that in the evening after doing 8 hours?
Yes, because scribing a scroll isn't a downtime activity. That's just something you put time towards. It's a little different.
Okay.
I think you can. Well, oh wait, no, you're talking about scribing as in making scrolls.
Making a spell.
Oh, yeah. No, those kind of the limiting factor of downtime is you can only put so much into it. I know you meant like spell book
for now because we've already spent the money for it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Yeah, but tomorrow you can absolutely scroll, and
Well,
take
I'll go
over.
ahead and research for the week because we've paid for the week, and
Yeah.
that gives us a better chance. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
absolutely.
always switch over. And I guess what's so and Val is fighting in the arena or the pit. So is Uslog. Chomsky's researching. Arapel, you're helping research, or were you doing something
Mhm.
else?
Research.
Okay. And I guess Hohenheim. You said you're trying to kind of do like what exactly are you doing? I didn't get the
Basically, like spy work. So, like, if they need information, I can go get information, but I won't
so
like
like
do any hits or anything because I know the Zen can sometimes partake in some
So I
other
guess
activities.
as a sorcerer, what skills are you using to do spy work? Because I thought spy work was more like stealth and espionage and like.
Oh, I was just thinking that I was going to be able to talk to people and try to get the information.
You're
Girls,
the psionic spy.
I am. Admiral.
Okay.
So I can also like detect thoughts and
Oh, so more magic usage than actual spy work. I guess kind of spy
yeah.
work, but not like traditional.
But I also have like really high charisma stuff, so I can like try to
Persuade.
persuade people to tell me
Yeah.
or intimidate them to tell me things too.
Okay. So that's not really one of the traditional ones, but we can say you are. Maybe it's more like modified crime work.
Or maybe even like a touch of carousing because he might be like
Yeah.
just kind of being people's buddies, like, friendly, and his charisma brings out information or something.
And
I don't know, I'm guessing.
are you trying to do this to make money or contacts?
Money.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a thing I can do.
That would probably be more crime work than carousing. Carousing,
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think that
Yeah.
would be the question if you're going contacts carousing, but if you're going money,
Yeah.
crime.
That makes sense.
yeah, if you're going for money, that's definitely more crime. So, I'll say, yeah, I'll modify this a little. Instead of Dex, Thieves' Tools, and like the normal checks, I would say it's probably going to be persuasion, intimidation, and yeah, probably intelligence investigation. That sounds like something you do in spy work.
Deception.
Well, there's going to be 3. So here, I'll just copy paste it. Okay.
You want a headband of intellect?
Oh,
shit,
hey.
Mary.
Yeah, I was
Mary.
just gonna say, wait a minute, you need to infuse one of those for me for the week.
Yeah. Jeez,
Oh my.
how smart
Wait,
of
what?
Which checks?
Oh,
So
it wasn't a way.
you would kind of decide how difficult you want to go. The highest is 25, highest risk, highest reward, and you would use. Yeah, so you choose the DC, then you have to make 3 checks. One is going to be the the charisma for persuasion. One is going to be deception, and probably an investigation check. That one will probably stay the same. Well, investigation, intelligence, wisdom, perception. Ignore the charisma deception because you're already using that. So you can make Go ahead.
I took deception, thinking that I was going to be able to use this for it, and that's why I took the Zentrum faction rather than.
So you can use deception,
Because
persuasion.
I would have chosen the Harpers then, because they get the bonus to investigation rather than deception. Is that still something I can retcon?
Well, you can use wisdom perception or intelligence investigation for your third roll.
Okay.
So you can use one of those two.
I have good perception, good persuasion, and good intimidation.
All right.
I'll switch the cloak of protection over to headband of intellect so you can use intelligence tonight.
All right.
Does that
So you're
Okay.
yeah. So that's Do you have investigation trained, or are you just going intelligence for that one?
No, I was going to that's why I said I chose the Zentarim faction because it gave me the bonus to deception to add my proficiency, right?
Yeah. Well, you
Skill
can still
deception.
use deception. In fact, one of the
And
rolls is deception.
Yeah, but I have a plus 10 to persuasion, intimidation, and deception. So I took all charisma because I thought I could use all of them for this. Is what I'm saying.
No. Well, I mean, you can use. It's not all just gonna be charisma rolls. There's gonna be other things involved for sure.
So am I allowed to retcon and go from the Zentrum faction to the Harper's faction so I can get my proficiency bonus added
I mean,
to investigation rather than deception?
the point of this isn't really to min-max the 3 scores. I mean, at this point, you kind of have the background investment, so I don't know if...
No, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so no, I would say you're probably in this faction.
Okay.
Yeah. So you might want to choose something that isn't a 25.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can't get you a headband of intellect, so your int will be a 19 rather than whatever it is.
Yeah, so you'll have a little bit more int if you want to go
yeah, that'd be
investigation.
Yeah, I'll do that then. That works.
Okay, so Chomsky is making you the headband for tomorrow. But that's what you want to do. You want to do like crime with information gathering.
Correct.
Okay, so you're working on that for the week. All right, so I will just try to pass the week unless any of you want to do anything else in particular before the week passes. Try to give you your 5 days towards your projects
Would we
here.
seek out Gordo one of these evenings?
Yes,
Yeah,
that would
we
be
can
on our list.
do that as well. When do you want to try to seek him out?
Probably as soon as
After one of our work
well-
days, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in the evening sometime once we're all
And I
done with our
guess
thing.
how would you find him?
Oh, good question.
I feel like we had a plan for that, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Do we have more than a name? Do we know where we're supposed to go to find him?
He's
or
the
where
mercenary of the Talon Elite.
Yeah,
So-
or
Yeah, so we would
former.
ask around for the
that-
Talon Elite
Is it
like,
a clandestine
house
is it a
quarters.
clan- Yeah, is it a clandestine organization or would they have like a headquarters?
So the Talon Elite are servants of the council.
Oh, okay.
They are kind of one of the official mercenary groups that does the bidding of the Council of the Seven. So if you go to try to enter the castle, you would not be given admission.
Well, I don't think we're
Is that
trying
where
to like
the Talon
yeah.
Elite is located? Like where their
Yes,
headquarters?
their headquarters is
Oh,
in the castle.
Well, I guess we
Maybe
wouldn't
we
like
write a letter.
yeah.
But yeah, send a courier. Like just be like, we summon.
Gordo.
We request an audience and
Yeah.
and we can name drop whoever it was who told us to talk to Gordo. Or he knows you though, doesn't he, Eslog?
Yeah, he would know
All right.
this log of the Suntooth clan probably.
Yeah.
So, all right. So
Be
you,
sure to put that part in.
so you send the letter. On the third day, you would get a correspondence back that Gordo is no longer part of the Talon Elite, and they don't know exactly where he is.
Oh, I wonder if he. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Didn't
if
seem-
you remember, he told, or
Yeah.
she told you that he had left.
Oh,
Yeah, I totally forgot.
okay.
I totally
Well,
forgot about that.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
Um,
remember.
I totally forgot. But now I remember that there was something because the way things went down in Char didn't sit right or something. I don't know. Great. Where would an ex Talon Elite go next? Mercenary work? They were basically mercenaries.
And we've been warned to stay away from the shadow markets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He might be somewhere around there, maybe.
Could we hire a sending spell from someone to
I
contact
do a
him? Oh,
sending
I guess.
spell.
Oh,
Oh, I
right.
don't. Do
Yeah.
I know the person though?
No, you wouldn't know him.
No.
Though
Yeah.
you
I
do
always forget
have
about that detail.
access to a spy network. I mean, that could help you
Oh.
find him.
Oh, Hohenheim. Well, I wouldn't know that about Hohenheim though.
Hi,
Yeah.
friend.
I don't know if
I
he's
think
gonna
they-
say anything, but yeah, you could probably
Sorry.
find him.
Like, oh, if only we had someone who was good at finding people.
You know how to
once I get
network.
this, maybe once I get this fucking band of intelligence, we'll see. Or headband of intelligence.
All right, so do you want to try to work on that for a day to find him? Hohenheim?
Yeah, you would have the headband starting the second
Yeah.
day. So
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right,
Yeah,
so
give you a very good description of him. Dwarf.
all right, so you would put 1 day towards this. Give me a persuasion or intimidation check.
Hohenheim?
Yes.
Ooh.
So you think you found some information on him. It's going to cost 50 gold, though, to track him down and get the information.
Yeah, I'll pay it.
All right. So you get a pretty good lead that Hohenheim is currently working for the Blood Hand.
Gordo.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
Oh, no.
Gordo. Gordo
Oh, no.
is currently working for the Blood Hand, whose shadow market is in the south part of town.
And why were we told to stay away from there? Just because there's certain members of Blood Hand that probably aren't going to be happy to see this fall?
Because you guys, this storyline, you guys fought the Blood Hand.
Right,
Yeah.
but we are not.
Uslag's
We are
the
not.
only one.
Splitlanders.
Uslag's the only member, and if we
Yeah,
don't
so
identify-
yeah,
So we
so
can
for
go
the
with
Splitlanders.
Splitlanders.
Luckily-
down to disguise.
yeah. Luckily, you haven't used the Foxglove's name yet. There might be people there who recognize Uslag, but it's less likely.
we could disguise her.
Yeah, is anyone really good
True.
at disguising? Because I would probably just, get a bunch of. I'd look like a bush. I'd just like put a bunch of.
I bet we
leaves.
could. I bet we could
camouflage.
find. We could find
Yeah.
you a disguise in the market or something. I bet it wouldn't be too expensive to find someone to help you with that, right?
Or I'm sure I can make you.
That's right.
disguise.
You can do everything. Never mind.
Do you have a disguise kit?
All-purpose
right?
tool.
What does the all-purpose tool do?
All the
Gives me
purposes.
expertise in all. It's a tool every artificer should have. Sorry, that is.
That's what you sound like when you're upset, Matt.
Baby babble.
Nice to know she takes after you.
Is that the +1 all-purpose tool?
Any type of
Yeah.
artifice tool of your choice.
Okay.
But I would want to use that to make a disguise kit. which I think can be done in a longer.
And you can choose any cantrip for 8 hours once a day. That's pretty handy.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
it's
Handy
handy
man
enough.
Chomsky.
It's handy enough being able to do any toolkit. But like
Okay.
the cantrip is really cool.
So you are making a disguise kit. And that lets you. Let's see.
I want to know what this
Uslag
disguise is going to
look
be.
less like Uslag.
Do I
He'll
look
be
like
a
a
tall gnome, world's tallest gnome.
I guess you'd probably either use intelligence or wisdom to make the disguise.
I would say just change her coloring. Like she's got different color hair and maybe a slightly different skin tone.
and maybe like different clothing that's like a little less wild and
even
a
just
little more urban.
Yeah, we could even just buy some basic clothing in the market or something for that piece.
But,
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll just buy a new outfit.
That said, it is expected that he's going to be done with his employment with the Blood Hand in about 6 days from now. If you don't want to get near their market. I
want to see this shadow market.
Well, it's not called it's not it's like a black market.
I kind of want to see this, but I don't know that it actually makes Arapel to go there unless the whole party's got a reason.
Yeah.
Especially since Arapel is like brutally honest and like would very potentially slip up and call you Uslag or something.
Oh. Yeah, I have to come up with another name. Oh, I'm like an undercover. Hi.
Did you have any nicknames as a child, or like a middle name, or something that like wouldn't not be your name? Because Arapel's not good at like deceit. But if it is actually a name of yours, then it might be easier.
And really quick, I forgot as I was passing the days, there is the expenses. So the minimum you could do is 2 gold pieces for where you are. But you can go up to aristocratic and be spending 10 gold a day.
Is there any discount for the fact that Arapel doesn't actually need sustenance?
It's more. I mean, it's like a bunch of things, but no, I don't think there's there's not like a discounted lifestyle because it's supposed to be
for Warforged.
Yeah.
Olenheim wants discounts too.
So you all would have spent 8 gold at least. If you want to live more wealthy than that, you can. It might open some other benefits. You just let me know if you're living more than comfortable.
Arapel's basically living in the library and then returning to the inn when he knows the party is gathering for their meal and discussing.
Yeah.
Chomsky is living more than comfortable.
Oh, how
Am I just allowed to sleep wherever as a Warforged because we can still like see and hear while we're resting? So can I just like plop down in the middle of the street?
Ooh, I
you
Uslag would advise against it.
I would probably Uslag. I mean, as long as this is okay with you, maybe I'd not get my own room and I'll just like be your sentry, during the night or something like that. I don't know.
There's gonna be thieves and all sorts on the streets at night. You sure you want to deal with that on your own?
Are you talking to Owenheim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just curious. I actually don't know what'll happen if I do it. So I'm just
only get taken in for parts.
I would probably encourage you to maybe just stay with Chomsky in the evenings.
Yes, absolutely. You can. I have a nice closet, a broom closet in my room.
Some people might even just think you're valuable and maybe try and jump you for that reason alone. if you're all alone without the rest of the group with you.
So that would be considered living wretched. If you do that, there are some things that go along with that aren't great.
I would throw him in my closet.
I guess that's what I'm doing.
So you're not spending any gold?
No, I'm just gonna be in Chomsky's
Uh,
closet.
I'll pay for him to live comfortably.
Okay. Actually, wait, I forgot. You have your hideout. So for you to be hidden for what you're doing, you actually have to be spending some money. Unless you want to give up your hideout, but then you couldn't do your work.
Oh no, okay, I'll spend the money.
Yeah,
Is
because...
he still able to rejoin the party in the evenings, like for us to kind of
Yeah,
debrief
I mean,
and-
part of the
Okay.
payment is to keep him off the grid. So he has people,
Okay.
like, keeping his identity secret and basically, yeah, keeping anyone from finding out what he's up to. And that's kind of the, what that benefit is. Like, kind of
Okay.
living off the grid and, yeah, being able
All right,
to
so
do that
Arapel,
work.
I paid the 8 because he doesn't need anything fancy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what DC did you want to go with for your crime, Hohenheim?
Oh, if I had, let me check real quick. Sorry.
I thought you were
So,
gonna switch
you
over
said-
to the lore thing, finding Gordo.
No, that was just for a day. So that was just
Oh, cool.
that was just a 1-day project. So he's still doing
Oh,
I assume he's
great.
still doing the crime.
Oh yeah. Do it.
So we settled on one of my charisma checks, perception and investigation.
No, it is persuasion, deception, and persuasion, deception, and then either perception or investigation as your third. So 2 of them are charisma based, and your last one is going to be, either
Yeah.
investigation or perception.
Do I get to choose the values in which I do? They all have to be above that DC.
Yeah, so whatever DC you choose, they all have to meet or beat that.
Oh.
And depending on how many you succeed in, that's how well you do. If you fail really bad, then bad things can happen.
I'm gonna
Okay,
choose 20.
20? Okay, so difficult, but not like the most difficult. Okay. Got it. All right, so...
And I believe that we were going to go ahead and spend the extra money on to hire the students to help scour the library for the topic that we're researching.
Yeah.
How much are you spending?
I'm willing to do the 300, but I know
Let me put 100 into that. Let me put 100. So.
Well, I don't personally have 300. I just, as a
Okay,
party,
cool.
I'm willing if the party is, because it makes sure that we find whatever information is available here.
I do agree with that.
And I have 100. I have 192 now that I've paid for my week of upkeep.
I'll make up the difference for that.
Okay.
So you pay 100.
I'll pay 100 as well.
All right,
Okay,
so
so
the 3 of you
that's,
do. So that's
only
plus 6.
8. That's only 8 from you, Uslog. But I'm probably going to need you to pay my expenses next week.
Okay, sure. Yeah, 8 gold for now, and then yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. So, okay, got it.
192 from
I see.
Arapel, 100 from Chomsky,
Cool.
and 8 from Uslog.
All right. So the 5th day comes up for everyone except Hohenheim, because you took the day to do your other thing.
Now you have to work on Saturday.
You gotta work Saturday up.
Oh,
Work on the
shit,
weekend.
okay.
So let me go over the results. So I'll start with the fighting pit. Uslog.
Okay.
What did you get? So I need a strength
Athletics.
check, and I have to roll 2d10 plus 5 to set the DC. So yeah, strength first, strength athletics.
Okay.
Okay, and 2d10 plus 5. Oh, that's a failure. Alright, so that's one failure. Now I need a...
I'm trying to hold back. I know they're not as.
Sure. Dexterity
Building the
acrobatics.
suspense.
And it said if I can replace one of the skill checks
Yes.
with an attack roll.
That
Can I
is
do that?
correct. So you can
Okay,
replace
for this
this with an attack roll using one of the character's weapons. So any weapon that you have.
Okay, my favorite.
I guess this is the oh, look at that. All right, 2d10 plus 5. Guess this is the weapons part of the arena. Oh, good thing you did. So yeah,
Nice.
that's gonna be a success. And now you have to do a Constitution check equal to the roll of the character's largest hit dice.
That would be 12.
So basically a con plus d12.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So that's my
So I
Constitution,
guess-
and then I roll. Do I roll a d12?
Oh no.
Oof.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and now add a d12 to that. Well, I could roll shitty on mine. So 13.
13 isn't the worst, but it's really not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So
Yeah.
only one success. Didn't do so great in the arena.
This is
You
the
got
meeting for the
yeah,
research.
yeah. So you got
Yeah,
50 gold
Yeah, the way we're spending money.
for the week. Now Val.
That's so welcome. Yeah.
So you're under the same thing, Val. Strength, Dex, and then a con check, and you can replace one of them with a weapon attack roll.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna start with strength. You gonna do strength or replace it with a weapon attack roll?
Well, with my, and I'm trying to find which one it is. That's what I was going through here. Something here with being a monk, I switch my strength checks to a whiz check.
Whiz.
This is strength athletics. I don't think you can swap athletics out. So if you don't have a good athletics, you might want to use your weapon attack roll for this one.
And then just pick a whatever weapon.
Yeah, which you can
Whatever
be.
you have the best bonus for, yeah.
Yeah, whatever weapon you have that you'd have the best bonus
But
for.
he could do his unarmed strike though too. Right?
Yes, you could do unarmed strike.
Nice. Wait,
Oh,
that's
that-
the actual
that's
attack
a-
itself.
Yeah, not the
Damage.
I mean, that
damage.
is nice for a D8.
Yeah,
Right. So do the.
the attack
This
roll. Oh,
instead.
There we
23.
go.
There we go.
All right. Plus 5. All right. So yeah, you do really well in the unarmed fighting parts of the arena, and actually a bunch of people are starting to recognize you from your old days. Now I need an acrobatics check. Dex acrobatics. Which is just a skill check with acrobatics.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice.
that is another
Oh,
success.
hey.
All right. And finally, a con check plus a D. What are you? D8 for a monk or D10? I think D8, right?
D8. Yeah.
So a con check plus add a D8 to it.
Oh, you don't even need to add it.
Oh, that's a save. Oh, but that's okay. Yeah,
Wow.
that's the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's. Well, I don't know actually. Does monk have con as one of its saves?
No, Dex and strength.
Okay, so 25.
Yep.
So the only way I can beat you is to roll a 25. I believe. No. Alright, so yeah, you get 3 successes, winning 200 gold pieces.
Nice.
I'm gonna give that to Uslog.
Oh, I've got plenty of money. It's yours, fair and square.
There's a lot of cheering. I don't know if anyone came to see you during the week, but Val is definitely earning a lot
got a little
of
stage
notoriety. Yeah.
Well, this is your first
Whoa,
time
there are a
in
lot
huge
more
city.
people in the
Yeah, yeah.
So
Never having been in a huge city before, that actually could be totally legit.
yeah.
I froze a little.
Yeah.
So
Good,
That Constitution thing.
$50. Yeah, you still
Yeah.
got. Yeah.
you would also make 2 contacts, which you can use to gain advantage on 2 social checks within the city.
Nice.
So that's just another resource you get from how well you did in the pits. And they definitely want you to come do it again next week. They say if you do well, they can double your winnings.
Oh wow.
So you'd earn 400, 100, 200, or 400 if you did another week.
Okay.
But that's up to you. So that's you two at the end of the week. Who else do I have to do? Arapel and Chomsky for your research. So you each give me a intelligence check with +6. And I'll use the higher
Can it
roll.
be a intelligence skill, or is it just a straight intelligence check?
It's just a check.
All right. And I am wearing the headband of intellect that he infused. So here goes. 16.
Oh,
sorry. One more thing for the fighting. Each of you give me a D100 roll. Because there's a chance that there's a complication. It's only 10%, but... Nope. Alright, no complication. So Chomsky definitely got the higher roll with a 12, and you add 5, so that's 17.
I thought you said +6.
Or sorry, 6. 18.
Yeah.
So I think that's 2 pieces of lore.
Okay.
yeah. I'm sorry.
So
That's okay. It's
you
better
would,
than one piece of lore or no piece of lore.
So you find out a couple of things. You were looking for the tower, right?
Where we can go to learn the secrets of the Rune Master's technology, right? Yeah.
And about the Shadow Lords. Yeah.
Yeah. How
So
they might have successfully trapped the Shadow Lord, yes.
So you pretty much find out that the only place where that might be is the old Rune Master Tower, one that existed during the last cycle. Now, the good thing is that there's rumors that it was able to actually move and defend itself, so there is a chance it might still exist and may have survived the cataclysm. In fact, there are possible people you could get in touch with, which you would find out. So the two things you find out are if the tower still exists, it is somewhere in this part of the world.
Okay.
In the mountainous regions. And there's possible knowledge on it in the town of Dezoric, a mining town in the northern part of the Empire.
Yeah, and that's still Teruvia, right? That's not the Dwarven?
Yes, that's kind of the edges of the Teruvian Empire.
The dwarves are on the other side of the mountain range?
Yeah, and they're in the mountain range. They have cities in the mountains.
The mountain range, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the 2 pieces of lore you would find with your research.
Okay.
Great.
That's something to work on, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a really long trip, though. We might need to ask another favor of our wizard friend.
Okay, and who else we got? So Hohenheim would need 1 more day to finish his.
Okay.
Cool. Do it.
I would like to scribe during that day.
Yeah, that's fine. You can also start a new project if you want. It's up to you.
Oh, I'm going to go back to the Artisans Guild then.
Okay, so you start working on an artisan project. Go ahead and do another 2 gold pieces for this day. So it is now the... When did we start? We started on the 12th, so it is now the 17th of winter. So now the 18th, okay. Okay, so Hohenheim, I need 3 rolls from you. And let me... So the DC is set, it's going to be a 20, but I need first a persuasion check. Okay, so that is a success. Now I need a deception check. Oh, that's a failure. And I need a... Now you have the headband of intellect, right?
Hold on. I do now, yeah.
Okay.
Do I get to... I think if I fail a roll, I have a chance to re-roll.
With what?
Magical guidance?
So for weekly rolls, you can't generally do anything to buff this unless it's something you could have done, like, basically that would have affected you throughout the whole week, like with downtime stuff. Because this is like
Okay.
representing like 50 different roles because you're working
Like
on.
if we had enough spell slots to put enhance ability on you every hour for the entire week, then you might get the advantage. But otherwise, like,
Yeah, or like the headband of intellect that continually buffs you. Because this is supposed to represent like a bunch of roles.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Could be. Good.
Yeah. So, the last one would be investigation, and you do have a +5, I think, because of the
You
headband.
said investigation, or it'll only be a +4, I think, or +3 with the
Yeah,
headband.
+4.
+4. So yeah, you can either do investigation or perception, your choice. Okay, so you got one success. So what did
So
that?
I get nothing.
I think you do get something with one. Let me see.
Get a couple coppers and told not
Dice
to come back.
fails, but the character escapes.
Where is crime?
You posted it a little bit earlier. If you scroll up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, I can just find it quicker with this. Alright, so with one success, you managed to make where is it? Okay, so unfortunately you don't make any money, but you managed to keep your identity hidden. And there is a possibility of complications. Make a quick roll for. I'll say that you also make some more contacts within the city here, giving you, if you want to take another week on this, you would get advantage on one of the rolls of your choice of the 3 rolls.
Yeah, I'll do it again if the rest of the party wants.
Yeah, I guess that's the next question. Is the group gonna stay another week now that you have the info of where to go next? Oh, and you also do still have the option of looking into Remy, especially now with your contact
I'm down
network
to spend
here.
another week.
Yeah, I'm not in any rush.
And would I have been able to add another 8 hours to my project during that Saturday where Owen Hutton was working on his finishing up his thing?
Yeah, so you all could add another day if you want to work on something today. I don't know if you guys are doing another week of the pits.
I'm down for
fighting
spending
pits.
another week if everyone else is, because I think it would be useful for us to at least do a little bit of looking into Remy, and then I can do some scribing, and Chomsky can either do stuff for the Artisans Guild or make some stuff for us, and the fighters can continue amusing themselves and making some pocket change. and Hohenheim said he wouldn't mind
Pocket
doing
change,
another
you
week
peasant. What?
How dare you?
Pocket change. Valorant.
Yeah,
Dare
he
you, I
like
resembled that remark.
Valaman like won the tournament. He's like he's got the belt.
Yeah. Pocket change, you loser.
Like
Very
Uslag
competitive.
Uslag like ran out and Valaman hit her with the chair and then like stole the belt. What are you doing?
Yeah, we also guys would probably also have to make arrangements for if we're heading north. We have to make some plans. So I think another week, a week of downtime projects, and then that also gives us evenings and stuff for contacts and tracking Remy and what have you, and making plans for our next chapter.
Yeah, Valaman has actually become fairly popular within the city now. Out of all of you, Valaman.
I am a person.
He's our celebrity.
Feelings, not a
winning a tournament is going to get you some notoriety.
Yeah, that's actually true. Maybe it would have been bad for Uslag to have drawn attention.
Yeah. I would have been under
recognize you.
I probably would have chosen
an alias.
Yeah. An alias, yeah, like a
stage
name. Fight name, a stage name, yeah. What's a good I'll think
sure, you could think of a stage name.
No.
Maybe would Uslag maybe would you make Oh, I was gonna say maybe you would use like your mother's name or some other person from the clan that you admire or
Is
something like
Uslag
that.
yeah.
smart?
She's no. I mean, she's of average, slightly below average intelligence.
So this is my name, Lagoose.
Lagoose.
Golsu.
I assume Valaman is using his normal name because of its
yeah.
notoriety.
He's a little pining for his glory days today.
All right. So another thing, you can live one lifestyle above or you can live one lifestyle higher for the cost of living one lower as well as the champion.
Ah.
So if you want to live more, people are kind of paying for a bunch of your stuff
The
now.
innkeeper sends like fruit baskets to your room because
Yeah.
you're staying at his inn and it brings in business for him.
So you, let's see, are automatically, because you were at comfortable, so you're automatically living wealthy now. And if you want to do the 4 gold pieces, you can live aristocratic.
Ooh. That could get
Let's
some
do
fancy
it.
contacts. Yeah, maybe you
let's
could.
do it.
Maybe you can even get like a contact in one of the houses on the council.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
she's like, wink, wink, Uslag, you should come visit.
Where are we
Do you, have,
visiting?
do you have a +1 on all your invites?
All right, so that's what you're doing, living aristocratic.
Today I be an aristocrat.
All right,
Everybody.
the champion.
Everybody wants
Yeah,
to be a cat.
there you go.
Oh, I get it now. Aristocat.
Yeah,
Aristocat.
aristocat.
I heard aristocrat, and then when you sang the song, I'm like, oh, duh, that was brilliant, and I missed it.
Yeah, there. Clanks got it.
Yeah.
All right, so are you all doing the same project? Well, Chomsky, you said you were doing the Artisan Guild, right?
We have. I think yeah, we'll do artisan.
We just need to duplicate Chomsky.
That's your project, Chomsky. Clone yourself.
Because I do kind of want to make like Goggles of the Night, another pair of those.
So if you want to do your own project at the guild,
I'd have to pay.
you can. Well, you have to pay for the materials and the whatever you're making.
Yeah.
You would also have to pay some fees to use their lab, unless you want to become part of the Artisan Guild.
I do want to become part of the Artisan Guild.
All right. So for that, actually, why don't we do a break? Because we've been going for a while. And I'll get back to you all in a little bit. We can pass some more time as you work on your various stuff.
Cool.
All right, I'll be back.
What do you all think? Should I make?
So I think if I remember correctly, you were able to make the goggles in a couple days, right?
It's 20 hours. So Ziamat was helping me before,
Oh,
so we were
that's
able
right.
to finish it in 10 hours times.
So I
But it would
wonder
take
if
me-
if you'd be able to do 20 hours of the week on your project and 20 hours on the Artisan Guild stuff and get like half your salary for the week or something.
Yeah. That. I bet we could do that.
Working part time.
Oh, I see. Owenheim like has the little like the border that Arapel has, like the sharp lines.
Really?
I love it.
That who has?
The border. Did you just make yourself a new token?
Yeah.
The border you used is Arapel's border as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on my token I have the. I mean, you have to like if you zoom in really close, or like maybe if I put myself like here, I'll move myself way up north so
I
that I'm
haven't
on a
seen this in
lighter.
battle yet, so I haven't looked.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, we haven't had a combat with this new.
Yeah.
No,
Except
it's
for the arena.
I haven't had
Yeah.
any reason to really zoom in and look at any of the borders or anything, right?
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see pictures from
It's very
everybody,
fitting
the square
for-
ones.
Well, and it was the one that seemed most right for like a kind of like I was like sprocket-esque or gear-esque is what I was going for.
Yeah.
It's weird because I felt it and I was like, this is the one.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, that's what I did as well.
so now that Hohenheim has the fucking headband of intellect, does this mean he's gonna be like, oh, Master Chomsky, how are you today, sir?
So I have some news for the group.
Okay.
My significant other just basically paid for my next month here with this group, so I will be with the group for another month at
Aw.
least.
You motherfucker, you made it sound so
I
bad.
I was so
I
nervous.
and you talked before. I thought you were about to drop it on everybody and be like, yeah, guys, I can't play anymore.
Well, and I was literally just playing until the spot gets filled, but Jordan's like, I see how happy this makes you. I want to do this
Aw.
for you, so she just bought my month
That's
for
so
me. So
sweet.
You fucking
Aw.
giant mushball.
That's really sweet.
That is really nice, though.
yeah, I'm super excited. I'm very appreciative.
Man, that's real nice. So now you're gonna be racing and playing D&Ds?
Yes, be racing and playing D&Ds because of the generosity of Jordan. So
Dude, you better not fuck that up. Just saying.
I'm trying not to.
Is Jordan your SO's name?
Yeah. Yep, she's my wife.
Gotcha.
My wife.
Well, we
Yeah.
thank Jordan.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm excited. So I'm sure Lou will be happy too. Now he's only got to look for one for the group for the next month.
I suspect that he'll find someone pretty fast. The evening games tend to fill very quickly. I think it was just there was a lot of turnover really fast with like 2 people coming in last week, and then we have Darian leaving, and so or I'm sorry, Darian. Yeah, we had 2 spots filled last week, and then Ziamat. Ziamat, is that? I've already forgotten his character's name.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm sure. I think it's very likely he'll get us someone by next week.
Right on.
Or Jordan could join.
Yeah.
I wish
Leave
he'd join and play with us.
Dude, he left Tuesday's campaign because of me, so we'll see.
Oh, there's a Blackwater estate here.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's probably, of course, where Patience Blackwater is the matriarch, the one that's on the council of that family.
Yeah.
So I am assuming that's their familial home. I think they have estates in a bunch of cities though.
Right.
But it would be really cool if Val's living the high life. Maybe it won't be Blackwater's, but it would be really cool if he made, like, maybe he gets to be buddies with one of the scions of one of the big families, or some contact that we might use in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about?
Maybe.
Val
things.
getting buddy with the elite and getting us a contact on the council, or like maybe not a council member, but maybe like one of their family or something.
Going all Tom Brady.
Perhaps.
Also, Lou, I just was informed, I don't think you were on mic for it. I will need an invoice for this group for the month. Jordan
What?
just said she'd pay for my month. So
Oh, all right. Well,
you only have to
welcome.
find one more for
Don't sound
Thursday.
excited or anything.
I have resting bitch voice. This is just how I sound.
Yeah, I was gonna say that does sound
It's my
exciting.
happy
actually, for you.
face.
Yeah.
This is just how I always sound.
Resting bitch voice.
I don't know.
Go to
It's-
RBV.
Yeah, RBV. Oh, very okay, I guess.
I guess I can have the same fucking 5 people in every one of my sessions.
I mean, Matt and I are really working hard at that.
Yeah.
Well, fucking Val and I are now at 2 apiece, so
Yep. Yeah,
Oh, you needed your owl changed to a sprocket bird, right?
Well, I just found different art, and I had put it in the DM for you a couple weeks ago. So if you had a chance to update that token, that'd be great. Because I can't actually change the token. Like I can.
Yeah, and you want that for the owl, right?
Yeah, I already changed his. Well, it's not the owl. It's down under resources, summon, and it's MB233 version 1 sprocket. Clockwork
Oh,
familiar.
alright.
Yeah. And I already changed the art, just not the. I can't change the actual token that's associated. It reminded me we were talking about tokens while you were away, Lou, because Owenheim
should
just
be
played with the
changed.
token stamp maker and made himself a new token. And I realized that he used the same border that I used for Arapel and Sprocket. So it's perfect. All the Warforged have to use the same border from now on.
It has been declared.
So it shall be.
Alright.
So he
So who is our
hard
best at speechcraft and whatnot?
speechcraft. Is that what you said?
Yeah, like for the negotiations and stuff that I'm hoping to get with
that's
the.
Mikey.
Technically, Arapel is very, very good.
Oh yeah, because you
And-
get the +1
Well, he's already
and
plus
charisma.
9. He's plus 9 persuasion without his channel divinity. He's all
Dang.
charisma build. The problem is that he's not going to lie or be deceitful in any way. He's going to be very straightforward. So you guys have to kind of coach him in advance on what he's supposed to say, and he's not going to lie. So yeah, that's why I don't always step forward as face, but he definitely could be a face when you need it and prepare him for it.
Well, the
Cool.
reason why I ask is because even though I'm living aristocratically, that's going to be the best windowsill I've ever slept on. Somebody else can have the bed if Lou will allow it while I try to get better arrangements.
You could tell your fans that Arapel's your butler or something.
Yeah, we could totally play it up, but I feel like when you're living aristocratically, I've only got to stay in really nice motels a couple times, and I'm like, holy shit, this would fit a family of 9. So that's the experience I have to go off of with living aristocratically, is that cat guy wants the windowsill, and the other 9 beds in this, luxury suite are open.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can share apartments and such, but they would still have to pay for, their own upkeep. Because it is
So
more than just the
whoever's-
room you're paying for.
I'll
Okay.
gladly pay modest and then just
Oh,
sleep at your place.
and I was
Just
going to
live in
ask
luxury, but pay modest.
Chomsky.
Yeah, honestly, I think.
Or go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask Chomsky, how are you living? Like, what level?
Squalor.
Wealthy.
Look at his hair. He's living in squalor.
All right.
Spiky
So if
gray
you
hair
are,
everywhere.
if you're living wealthy, we could say that will include the fees for the artisan guild, so you can use their labs.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
If you're taking,
go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, Val, if you do take someone with you to any aristocratic events or whatever that you're invited to, or what have you, that like you were saying, I honestly, even though Arapel has really good charisma and persuasion, I don't know that he's the best choice for that role. If you're just taking one member of the party, I actually think Chomsky might be the better option there.
Okay. Well, we're as looking, OC. Valaman is new to the group. He's obviously showed his worth, and he's starting to enjoy that the group keeps up with him. As you guys knew from when he first joined in, and from what Lou said, he needs to feel a reason to stay with you guys. And where they're keeping up with his status and his lifestyle, his athletic background and notoriety, you guys carry that as well. He's wanting to start paying that forward to the group a little bit, and he knows now that he has the ability to potentially be of benefit to the group, and so he wants to capitalize on that by
Nice.
taking whoever he would think would be of the best
Yeah, I think.
stats
Yeah,
to,
my thing is
to
just that
help.
I think that Chomsky is going to be more strategic, whereas Arapaho is going to be more literal and maybe not understand the subtle nuances of the politics of the upper class and stuff.
Chomsky, bring your llama. We're living aristocratic today, boy.
All right. Cool.
That's Val.
All right. So,
And I will pay your upkeep out of my winnings.
Oh. Thank you.
Yes.
You know that I'm with him too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need a light in the room.
There you go. I'm a good lamp.
I'm a good lamp in corner.
I love lamp.
he's he specializes in espionage, secondary skill, lamp.
Secondary skill, ambient lighting.
Yeah.
Are you one of those LEDs that we can set at any color we want?
Clap on, clap off.
He's a clapper.
Oh, he's
I'm
a clapper. His eyes
Make
just
him
light
some
up.
nice pastels for Easter, and then next month do some different colors.
All right. But yeah, well, I was gonna say, Chomsky, for the Artisan Guild, you put in an application, and it's a trial membership right now.
Oh.
So they want to see how
Cool.
well you do with crafting, since you know you were only
Cool.
there a day and then you like quit, kind of.
Bolted.
So,
Yeah.
so they're it's upon like that your application is being considered upon
Wait
how
a
well
second.
you do.
That one day he worked, how was the feedback from the customers? Like,
Yeah,
did he get good reviews? What's his rating?
Because that is one common item.
What's his Yelp rating?
Might be two common items.
Oh yeah, they're certainly impressed with him so far. But
Good,
yeah,
good.
Google reviews look good.
but yeah, you're I'll say you're paying with part of your upkeep.
Cool.
Use the lab since you're already
Great.
living wealthy.
Thank you.
All right, so we're doing another week here, guys, right?
I believe
that's the plan.
so.
All right.
Are we
Would
still
you need
working
my help?
on? Sorry.
Again, for finding more information lore-wise.
I suspect that we might find more details if we did research in the
No.
library again, but it's
Yeah.
expensive, and I think going to this rune tower is probably. I'm not planning on spending this week in the library.
Okay.
Make contacts.
Yeah,
Go through
I
network.
think Arapaho's probably going to scribe. He's going to finish that Revivify scroll and maybe make another. But it gives us all a chance for the rest of you guys to do the.
So you're
finish up kind of-
crafting basically.
Yeah.
All right. So you two are doing the same thing. Chomsky is crafting. Arapella is crafting. What is Hohenheim doing? He's still off the grid, doing crime stuff. You want to keep doing that?
Yeah. Unless the party says otherwise, that's what I'm going to keep doing.
Do
All
Is
right.
there any specific information that we need? I guess.
And you
It's like-
do. Go ahead.
We're looking for Remy, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he
That's
can
what
look
it
into-
was. That's
But
what
I think-
I'm doing, right?
So if you want to look for Remy, that's going to be a different thing if you're not doing crime, because you can try to find people.
Is it just a day to look for Remy, or is it like I need to spend a whole week activity like I would?
So Remy is probably going to be a week because you don't think he's in the city anymore.
Nice.
So you can spend a week to try to figure out where he's gone.
I asked the party. I've been told I've been looking for this Remy character. Can you guys tell me more about him? And is it really quite intriguing that we need to find him this week? Master, I love this headband of intelligence. It is quite indubitably good, sir.
After we take a moment of getting our heads around that, I don't know. He moves pretty fast. That's all I know.
Is it crucial you find this character?
Not exactly. I mean,
Well,
maybe we would just like to, have our revenge eventually.
Yeah.
We demand our revenge eventually. Sounded very
Maybe.
enthusiastic.
Yeah, it's just like,
So I was
"I
like,
wanna squish this bug."
I can just kill him at some point. So the thing is, if you do look for him, finding the information now where he is, that information will only stay relevant so long, obviously, because Remy might move again. Whereas, the tower is probably not going to go anywhere.
Okay, so
So if you don't plan to use the information right now, you probably don't want to find it yet.
I'm gonna relay that to the group then.
I'm fine chasing Remy down.
So you do want to do
Yeah,
that first?
I could spend time doing that if if we get the information we need instead of fighting in the Coliseum. But
Alright, so you're going to lose the advantage on your crime also if you do that. Because
Oh,
remember,
that's
you're
fine.
going to
Well,
get
maybe-
advantage on one of your rolls this week.
maybe you do that then.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm doing that then. And why do you have? It's just 100%.
You guys are easily
Terraria
convinced.
music.
Oh, this? I don't know. It's just random free music.
It's Terraria. All right, I'm a avid
Okay.
player and I love it.
Alright, well, you can just pretend
Sorry.
you're digging
Side
under
note.
the ground right now.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
spend another week doing my crime thing then.
Alright, so time is passing. First day, it's now the 19th. Go ahead and pay your upkeep. Put a day towards your projects.
And that would complete my scroll of Revivify, so I believe I need to pay.
Yes. Well, I think you actually pay for the materials when you first start.
Did I pay when we were in the Twilight's Edge Sanctuary?
Oh, I don't know.
I might have.
But
I just...
yeah,
I don't
usually when you first start a project, you pay for the stuff. So I
Oh,
don't
okay,
know
then
if
we
you...
probably did that back in the Twilight Sanctuary when Chomsky was making his goggles and everything. Yeah. Okay.
All right, yeah. Well,
And I think, am I the only person who can use the Scroll of Revivify? Is there anyone else that could potentially
I can.
use it?
I have Revivify.
You can. Okay. I'm going to give it
Yes.
to you because I feel like I'm the I always have Revivify prepared just in case, but then like if I was
Yeah.
to go down kind of thing.
Cool.
This is the backup for the party, and the whole party will know that Chomsky has a Scroll of Revivify on his person in case we need to fish it out of his bag at some point.
all right.
Yes.
Okay, so you
And
get
then-
the Revivify.
Thank you.
Another day is passing. So it's now the 20th. Go ahead and spend your upkeep and do your project days. Let me know if anyone's project completes.
I'm gonna begin a new project. I just haven't decided what I'm scribing yet, so
Okay.
so we can keep going, but we'll have to pay at some point. So
So
Oh,
I am-
an event. Everyone give me a D20 roll.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Those
What?
rolls.
Oh no.
oh my god, those rolls were so bad at first. Holy wow!
I was concerned.
Thank you, Uslag and Owenheim. I hope you
Yeah.
saved us.
right?
Depends on whether
Are there only
Yeah.
4 of you? I thought there were 5.
Air pump. Did you?
There's 5 rolls. Oh, I'm talking to myself. Damn it. Okay, sorry. I rolled a nat 1. I'm just gonna be honest, but I'll roll it again.
no.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I didn't see yours. That's probably why. All right.
That's so
Well,
much better.
so
Yeah, I had the
Uslag.
whisper turned on because I was testing a macro. Sorry.
Uslag, give me a D100 roll. Okay.
What do you want?
Oh, is this a wish list item?
No.
probably something else entirely.
That'd be
Yeah.
fucking crazy. You just get a wondrous item.
Ooh. Give
Just
me
drops from the sky.
give me one
I
more
did see- we did see
D100 item
someone-
roll.
Yeah, we did see someone roll a 100 in my
Alright.
grip on the magic item
So-
rolls, and
Mm.
yeah.
While fighting in the arena today, you accidentally kill someone.
Holy shit!
As
Oh.
you clip them with a weapon hit you were meaning to pull, and they are killed in the fight.
I can't.
Oh.
Rolling, and the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not there.
You're not held accountable because this type of thing does happen. But you do hear some yelling and some pissed off fans giving you crap. But yeah, nothing actually happens bad to you. But yeah, that happens today.
He's not
Whatever
a
you
popular
rolled,
fighter.
you lucked out.
I know she's like
majorly.
she's rolling. She's like what's it called in wrestling?
Macho Man Randy Savage.
No.
Like the exact
Undertaker.
opposite of
When
her.
when
is-
someone's
there is
like
a
a
word
bad
for it.
guy, yeah.
Yeah,
A
there
heel.
is
A heel. She's
Yeah.
becoming a major heel in the ring now, not even meaning to. But yeah, so that happens today.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll continue.
Yeah. She does. He's
No,
dead.
she's just rethinking. She's like, I am not meant to be a performer. Like this is.
You're too used
I'm
to
used to
just
fighting for
killing
my
people.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have just like it might have just kind of overtaken me a little bit.
Aw.
Maybe some flashbacks from like trying to like fight for my life. Maybe.
She thought it was going to be like sparring in the training yard. She didn't know how, yeah.
Yeah, it actually like maybe became a little too real for me at one point, and yeah, I just kind of.
All right.
Had a nom flashback.
Oh. An Isaac flashback.
Yeah, it's a flashback.
Been through some shit.
So
She feels really bad. Like, can she like offer some reparations to like if they have family or anything?
how much do you want to offer? You certainly can.
100.
100? Oh wow. All right.
I don't know. I have no money sense.
I have no concept of money.
My
You
bank
really
account
are an
just shows
adventurer. You're
green.
just like, here's some money. Make it go away.
I mean,
Alright.
100
Aw.
gold is like that's not gonna, But
That's
Alright.
that's a big change for a modest lifestyle person.
Oh yeah, 100 gold pieces is a lot. All right, so you
okay.
ask.
I mean,
He
but for
died.
someone's life, like to like, yeah.
All right, so you send the 100
Best he
gold
could
to
ever
their family.
Uh-huh.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Sorry. I don't even know where to find persuasion because
Because you never roll it.
yeah.
All right, so yeah, you also kind of have a talk with the fighting pit people. They definitely want to still keep you around, and yeah, they'll have that money sent to the family of the person you killed. All right, so we're passing another day. It's the 21st. Go ahead and spend another day of upkeep. Does anyone have 5 days yet on their project?
Uslog,
my goggles of the night should be done.
Okay, so yeah, make sure you spent the resources, and that would finish. You know what you need for them, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
200 arcane components and
20
Was
gold
this the
pieces of essence.
Was this the
Yeah.
second day of the second week or the third day?
Third day.
I believe it was the third. Yeah.
Uslog, I actually cannot afford my own upkeep because I spent all the money on the research.
Sure,
So if you
I'll pay for you.
for those all 3 of those days, I need covered. and the next
are you
day-
doing modest or
Yeah,
I'm who's
well,
doing
not modest. Well, didn't Lou say we had to do
Oh,
the
comfortable?
Yeah, you
Oh,
have
I've been
to
doing
do
comfortable, yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been doing comfortable. Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
it
yeah.
day,
'cause I've
yeah,
been doing
yeah.
comfortable.
So 6
Uh,
gold
so
so
6
far,
gold.
and then the next 2 days I'll need it as well. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Would I have met
Um,
anybody yet with my aristocratic lifestyle and raging cat parties at
Oh
my
yeah, well,
aristocratic flat?
you're meeting a bunch of people. You're really popular at the pits. I mean, are you trying to meet someone in particular? You're mostly meeting fans. No one of too much note yet, unless
Okay.
you're actively trying to like set a meeting with someone.
Are there like elite boxes at the
Matt,
fighting pit?
Who am I
like,
meeting?
Are there boxes?
Uh,
Like, are there? Yeah.
There's
like,
not
where the
really
important people sit.
elite boxes because the fighting pit is kind of considered lowbrow. So it's mostly like
Excuse you?
lower.
This is an art form.
How dare you? Yeah, it's mostly like lower and middle class citizens who come to see it. I mean, there are a couple here and there that have more money, but yeah, it's mostly like the proletariat.
Damn, I'm just shitting all over my dreams.
How dare you? But yeah, I mean, you could try to make like a meeting with someone of note if you want, but you haven't met anyone so far, at least not that you know of.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure I mean, I've been trying to keep track OC of everything that's going on, all the people we're meeting and whatnot. So I would be taking some sort of feedback from the rest of the group, like, hey, is there any way I can be of benefit while I'm out here
Yeah,
breaking noses and slaying hoes,
it would probably be easier for you to make a meeting with like if the group wanted to meet someone in the city than it would be for a lot of them.
Okay.
Except maybe Hohenheim.
Right.
All right, so another day passes, the 22nd for projects. No more events yet, and no one finished anything, right?
I think I'm gonna do I was just trying to decide what I should be working on. I think I was working on another level 3, so that was the 4th day that just finished. So that's 3 days towards this new scroll.
Yep. All right, and the 5th day. So the 23rd of winter. D20 rolls, everyone. Another possible event.
No.
Oh.
If I kill another person, I'm done. I'm no more.
I'm leaving the
life
fighting
for me.
pits. Well, it's Hohenheim that rolled the highest. Give me a D100 roll, Hohenheim.
Nice. I assume
Alright.
that's nice.
Give me a second one. Higher is better. Okay. So Hohenheim. You come upon some interesting information. Give me a persuasion check to see how much of it you can actually get. Persuasion or deception, I'll let you choose.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
All right. So you actually find out. Well, you find out a couple of things. You can purchase a fake identity to get you into the black market. One time only for 100 gold pieces today. You also find out that the Bloodhands are looking for Uslag. They know she's in town, probably because of the fighting pit thing.
Oh, but I've been
Her
using a different name.
You have, but someone may have recognized you.
I
They
still
figured
look
it
like
out.
Uslag, and I fight like Uslag.
Yeah.
So.
You do look different though,
Uh,
because you had your whole experience. But yeah, they still, yeah.
Are you
Yeah, I
interested in the
do look a
black
little
market pass
faded.
for 100
Does
gold?
the black market pass transfer to other cities?
You think it's just for this city, but you think it could open up a way to buy magical items. But
Only
yeah.
we had money to buy.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. The group doesn't have much money, so I don't know if you're interested in that.
I have today to figure it out, though, right?
Yeah, you'd have to choose like now. Basically, it's something you could intercept if you act quickly.
So I wouldn't have time to talk to the party.
Yeah, it would be like spur of the moment. I don't know if you even do you have 100 gold pieces.
I do have 100 gold pieces.
Remember, we passed out 200 to everyone. At the
That's
start of
right.
all
Yeah.
this.
Well,
I have
Arapa's the only one that
237.
completely exhausted all of his immediately.
I have 237 right now. No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do the black market. Maybe if I had an item of interest for myself, but there's nothing really that my character is searching for right now.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
Except love.
All right, so
Family.
on the 5th day, because I think this is 5 for some of you, right?
Yes.
I'm a day behind them all, yeah.
So, Uslag, I need your 3 checks.
First one, athletics.
Nice.
And I'll do,
That's a
instead of the
success.
dexterity, I'll do the sword check.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, it's a success.
Constitution check.
Plus a D12. Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you would get 3 successes. So you did. Apparently, that's why you
wow.
killed
I thought-
someone, because you did really well in the ring this week.
And this is why the blood hand noticed you.
200 gold
probably, that would go
pieces.
okay. So
I haven't
so
said
100 of
anything
that
yet,
would have
right?
gone to
So
the
you
family
guys
of the
don't
person
know.
I killed.
Yeah. Well, if you already
I'll
paid
take
them, then you would take the 200.
Yeah.
But however you did it.
Yeah.
All right, and Val, I need your 3 checks.
Okay, sorry, I was just letting the dogs in quick. Okay. 3 checks. So first we're gonna do the attack, right?
Yeah. All right, that is a success.
And then a athletics. Or no, that was the athletics. The next
Is
is
acrobatics.
acrobatics.
All right, that's a
Damn.
success.
Nice.
And third one is constitution, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn, dude.
Oh,
Oh!
that is a failure.
Oh.
All right.
Does he lose to Uslag in the final round?
He does. That makes sense too. All right,
Fight
so
against him in the final round.
Uslag hits him with the steel chair and steals the belt. So
At least I'm alive.
you, what did you make?
That was cold.
Yeah. What? Oh my God, the steel chair. What's the what did I say? You made double, so that would be what, 200?
Yeah, I'd made 200 out the gate to begin with,
yeah.
All
and
right.
then 2 successes.
So 2 successes is how much? Let me see. I think I was just looking at it.
I think it was 100 doubled, so 200.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 100 doubled, so you'd get 200, but you would lose the belt to Uslag.
You cheated.
You are still more popular than her. She's actually kind of unpopular because of the kill thing.
I really she doesn't feel like worthy of this belt, and also so she would offer it to Valaman.
All right, let's
I
do
don't
a
deserve
match to decide this. Each you give me an attack roll. Higher one wins. You have a special
Just
match later.
Attack roll with just whatever.
Whatever weapon you want to use. Oh, so no, Uslag defeats
Yeah.
Valaman in the final round. Everyone goes nuts. But yeah, like I said, you're not all that popular because of what happened, but you still are the technical champion of the ring right now.
I feel she's like put off
Ooh,
by
Uslag is the heel.
Yeah,
Uslag is the
exactly.
heel.
She stole the belt. She came up from behind
That's
Val and
pretty
hit him with the
typical for how
briefcase.
Uslag-
Oh, and yeah,
Yeah.
In the
Seen
face.
this is bullshit. I can't believe this is happening. All right, so
I'm
yeah,
just not familiar with the ways of the civilized
yeah.
cities.
All right. So who else had a
Not to survive
5-day?
a life.
So you said that I should be paying when I begin the project. So I did decide he's
Yes.
been working on a scroll of Crusader's Mantle, which is 3rd level. And I believe that means that I need 250 from the party components, if you would That's
Got it.
right.
Yeah.
And I have 4 days towards that. I didn't get the 5th in because I used the first day of the week to finish my previous scroll.
Okay. Did anyone else finish, or do we need another day?
I need one more day.
Okay.
Oh, I need one more day. Okay.
All right. So rolling. Okay. No events. It's now the 24th. Go ahead and spend upkeep. And
Just log if you would
Paying
for me.
for Arapel, yeah.
Thank
So that
you.
would be for how many days?
You already did 3, and then I think this. Well, then he did. He said to spend for the 4th day, but we didn't talk about Arapel again.
Okay,
So if you did or not, and then and now it's the 5th.
yeah, it'd be 2 gold per day for Arapel.
Yeah.
So it'd
Yeah,
be
I
another
just didn't
4
know how many
gold.
days.
At this point, I think this would be, like 6 days total, because you said the first day you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
so
I
it'd be
guess
12
it'll
total.
be 3 more days. Yeah. Okay.
But Chomsky, did you finish something?
Yeah, that's 5 days at the Artisans Guild.
Okay. Well, were you building something, or?
I thought I was just working.
Doing
for
their
them.
jobs. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were doing independent, like you were making things.
I did that, and then when I finished that, I switched over to.
Okay,
doing,
so now you're just working to make money, right?
and
And to convince them
access-
that he should be a permanent member.
of the skill.
All right. Give me. I'll say light crime. You can choose the DC. It would be between 10 and 25, depending on how much you want to put yourself through.
Crime. He's just making stuff. He just collects a salary at the end of the week, right?
Well, kind of like choosing what projects because he's trying to impress them.
Oh, gotcha. You threw me off when you said crime.
No, just the formula is similar. Like you choose the DC.
That makes sense.
So how high do you want to shoot for?
Let's aim for 20.
20? All right. So
I
give
can't use
me.
inspiration on it.
No, you can't use inspiration on these. Give me a. I'm gonna roll random. I guess. Wait, all your tool checks are the same roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me. So you need to do blacksmithing
Okay.
using. That doesn't make any sense. Gonna say I just rolled charisma, but there's no reason you'd use charisma with the blacksmith tools. Oh, maybe to do sales. Sure, give me a blacksmithing with charisma. You're trying to sell some stuff.
That's not gonna go good.
It looks like it went just fine.
Yeah, it looks like it went pretty
Maybe it
good.
will. Maybe it will.
18. What is that? Yeah, plus 10 minus 1. Yeah. All right, so that's a that's a success. Second roll is going to be I guess I don't have the full list of tools in front of me. I'll say leatherworking.
I'm gonna use my all-purpose tool for that one. With which
With Constitution. Okay, that is a success.
25.
And finally, alchemy with with intelligence. Well, that's a success, I'm assuming. Yep. So you do a very good job this week. You would net yourself 50 gold pieces working for the guild. And yeah, they are fine with you joining their ranks.
Yay!
So you can add a membership to the Teruvian or Taiwanese Artisans Guild as one of your items. They give you a certificate. You do have to pay guild fees, which is just kind of incorporated with your, daily
Upkeep.
payments, upkeeps. Yeah.
So that 6th today would mean that Arapel did also finish the second scroll. So I now have a level 3 Crusader's Mantle scroll, and Chomsky already subtracted the components for that.
Okay. And Hohenheim, I think you finished a project today as well, right? Is this your 5th day? You there?
Who's that?
Hohenheim?
Mikey.
You guys hear me now?
Yes.
There you are.
I hear
It's
you.
fucking Mike, dude. All right. Yeah. I am 1 day behind, is what I know. The rest of the group.
So
Yeah, but we
yeah.
we did 6
Yeah.
days.
Oh yes.
So we good.
So yeah, you are good. What
Chomsky
difficulty
and I
were
needed
you?
that 6th as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
20 again.
20 again. All right. So starting off with a deception, DC 20. Okay, that's a success, and a persuasion at DC 20. Ooh, that is a failure. And one more check with
Oh, this is bad.
Isn't persuasion the one that you failed last time?
Yeah, he's good at lying apparently.
Whoa,
Oh, but you
hey.
make it. All right,
Nice.
so that's 2 successes.
Oh, I got advantage on one of them, right? 'Cause it's
Oh,
like
but we didn't. Yeah, we didn't. You would have had to have
Oh.
called it beforehand.
Oh, but come on, he would have used it on the fail. Come on.
No, he would have used it on
Yeah,
the
dude.
perception, I bet. On the
I probably
third
would
one.
have used it on perception.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly,
Uh,
yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean he had to call it?
Yeah,
for
you
all
have to choose
3?
which one, yeah. Same
Oh,
as
I
like
thought he could call it
advantage.
before, like, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Ooh, I called it. Didn't you hear? Let me roll persuasion to check if you believe me.
I don't. I'm immune to that sort of thing. All right. Well, you got some stuff.
Yeah, two successes.
So you would get 100 gold pieces from the information selling and gaining. And see if you get a complication. You do not. So no complications, 100 gold pieces. Nice and clean.
Sweet.
And you as well are starting to get a bit of a reputation within the city. Not you directly, but you like you're basically your secret
Persona.
identity. Yeah.
Would it be like would they know that I'm like also like have like refused to do like any nefarious contracts?
Well, you refuse to kill anyone, right?
Yeah, so like
You're
I-
doing
you
ton-
are
you're doing
spying, so that's
you're doing
kind of
tons of
nefarious.
nefarious shit, trust me. Like you're trading like house secrets from several families. Like if they
That's
knew who
okay.
you are, they probably would have had you killed by now.
That's
or tried
okay.
to.
As long as I'm not actively killing anyone
No,
or
no.
like doing anything, like that's where I draw the line. Like I'll like do information gathering, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna kill anybody. Like that's against me.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're doing like more clandestine, like trading of family secrets from the different noble families.
Okay.
Maybe like
Did we-
tracking down people to get them killed, stuff like
Oh
that.
God.
I didn't do it, so that's fine with me.
As long as you don't stab him, yeah.
Did we
You just tell them where to stab them at.
So that extra day that he needed was because he was tracking down Remy, right?
No, that was
Was,
because he was
I
just
helped you out last week.
yeah. Last week he was a day behind because he looked for what's his name.
Yeah, but we did like we said we did a Saturday.
Yeah, which put him a day. That basically just put him a day behind. I thought.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because like even if there's like 7 days during the week, I think you can only do 5 days of actual downtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
I
when
mean-
you said you were working on Saturday, because I don't know that I counted anything for that Saturday. But anyway, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you all are tracking your days. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I think I missed a day then because I misunderstood what was happening with how that counted. But that's fine. I finished my 2 scrolls.
So yeah, it is the 24th of winter. Go ahead and you did your whatever your upkeep for the day, and this might be a good place to end because we are at 8:37. As several events are happening throughout the city, and some of you are getting some notoriety, particularly the pit fighters and the information gatherer. So why don't we do MVP votes? And Arapel is just printing out scrolls, apparently.
Yeah,
It's like a dot matrix printer.
The next time we have we're in a slog of combats and far from civilization and I'm out of spell slots. I am prepared better now because I've got 2 level 1s and 2 level 3s in my pocket to when I'm out of spell slots can still do some shit. And then of course we have the Revivify scroll that Chomsky's carrying now.
Cool. Yeah,
so.
That's awesome.
I just see Chomsky setting you to print and going somewhere. You're just sitting there all
basically,
day.
I've got that Crusader's Mantle, and then I've got 3 scrolls of various smites, so that when I'm completely out of spell slots, I can still kick ass.
All right.
The plan, at least.
So the MVP today is the champion, Val. Congrats.
Oh, thanks, guys.
It's because he got hit by the steel chair. Kazoo
And actually, I just want to add that
healed him.
Slog would she does not feel like she deserves that belt, and she would definitely try to get you to take it. She
just
doesn't
in
want
secret.
anything to do with it.
I mean,
There was
officially.
no honor in it for her.
Well, I mean, you did defeat him,
and Val would feel worse taking a belt he didn't earn.
Want it. So she would just.
You just couldn't. I mean, I guess you could.
You can't just give away the dark saber. It has to be one.
Yeah, and the pit fighting people are like, no, you can't give the belt away. Everyone would go crazy. You have to win it.
Need you more.
I mean,
she hangs it on a peg. She hangs it on a peg above the door as she leaves the arena. And never
you could.
How poor of a heel can you be?
Yeah.
You just come in, destroy him, and then leave. Just, I don't want this.
I want your belt. I mean, I guess you could, they could set up some kind of if you want to try to throw a fight or something to get him the belt, but that's also
no, it's not. It's not that I want out of trying to make him feel better by giving him the belt. I just don't. Uslog's that wasn't an honorable fight. Not the one that I fought against him, but the one that I killed.
You killed the guy.
So.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, I see. So you don't feel like you.
Yeah.
She's feeling guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she would just feel bad about it. She doesn't know what the protocol is for all this hoity-toity stuff. So.
Yeah, it's just my day.
She's just my honor is.
Went and wrestled about it somewhere.
Yeah. Anyway, so there would be that interaction, but if Valorant doesn't want it, that's fine. I'll keep it.
Well, you two can do a RP thing during the week about it too, or we can maybe examine it a little next time.
So it sounds like we might want to spend a day or more investigating any trails or clues there are for Remy, but beyond that, we might be ready to start planning to travel. Anybody got any thoughts on that?
I think you guys passed more days today than you passed in the last 3 months of gaming. We went from the 12th to the 24th of winter in one game session.
Nailed it.
If you guys want to find Remy, like Lou was saying, I can spend a week hunting him down.
He's already gone from the city. I don't think we'll ever find him at this point.
Yeah, agreed. And I mean,
we're going in a completely opposite direction.
It would still be nice to find the bag of holding, but honestly, I don't even know that there was that many super valuable items in it. Uslog's ring and the bag were I think, I could be wrong. Yeah. I could be forgetting something, but I think those were the items of the most value.
A lot of arcane components, but I originally thought that there were really important kind of quest items in there, but it seems like that wasn't the case. So, yeah.
What the hell do we know?
Yeah. On one hand, part of me and in and out of character would still like to know where he went and what happened to him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's worth deviating from our quest lines and objectives, and the world being all of the worlds being endangered by the Shadow Lords. Yeah.
This is like personal, just like, and an affront to us that we just feel like.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if we would have spent a lot of time on it if it wasn't for the fact, like, I think in the beginning we just expected to find him quickly. We didn't expect it to be
we were like, oh, he's
weird
not gonna
trail. Yeah, he was in a place that we as a group were supposed to consider dangerous as a group of 6 powerful people, and somehow he survived alone. So, like, I think that was like
we were like, oh.
yeah.
I offered to just have him be dead. You guys said you didn't want me to do that, so.
Well, we said that we thought it was a good possibility, but that you should decide based on rolls whether he survived, and we found him, or we found him dead.
We kind of wanted, didn't want to know whether we would find him dead or not.
We felt like it would have had to be a spectacular rolls for him to survive there alone. It's what we assumed based on the danger that was communicated to us. Like, we were told that it was a dangerous place, and that was when we were a party of 6.
Yeah, I think, well, you can keep looking for him. It's up to you. But
I don't think we want to, though. That's the thing. I don't think we wanted to spend side quests and give attention to
a bad person.
Whole farce. So, I mean, we wanted to reacquire the bag and the ring, and it'd be lovely to reacquire everything that was in the bag, but I don't think we ever really thought that was likely unless we found his corpse, like, right where we left him. So, I mean, I think a bag of holding is definitely on our list because we could really use it as a party, but I'm not interested in spending a bunch of time tracking him down if there's no real reward for doing so.
I mean, Chomsky could easily make a bag of holding if he found the recipe.
Yeah.
Yes, we've been looking for it.
Can I use my connections to find a?
You can research magical item recipes.
Yeah.
You can also just use the library.
It would cost us like the 50 again per week.
Yeah.
But,
again, we just need like 4 Chomskys.
1 week to research it, and then I could make one the following week.
It would be cheaper than us.
2 more weeks.
Yeah, even if we found one for sale, I bet a week of downtime would probably be cheaper. Yeah.
I mean, for Chomsky, it's quicker to research or it's quicker to make it than it is to research it. Researching is what takes some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with spending more downtime if you guys want to. I'm also keen to move on, but yeah.
It is up to you. Just let me
I'm
know
willing
what you
to spend my winnings to procure the bag.
You could do that too. You could go looking to buy it in the black market.
And
you
just to
could.
be clear, like,
Another thing. Go ahead.
Fine with you guys having been using his compartment as kind of the party inventory. It's just I worry about us if we're away from civilization for a while and he gets bogged down, which happened before. Yeah.
And another thing you could do, since you are part of the Artisans Guild, you could try to commission someone to make something for you. It's just kind of expensive.
Yeah.
If we're willing to spend the time is the key. If we're willing to spend the time,
I
think
it would take some
Chomsky
time.
making it is fine. I think I guess I thought we had other priorities, but at the same time, like, I guess there isn't a specific rush.
I guess for Uslag, it would depend on whether or not she knows if the Blood Hand is looking for her. I don't know if Hohenheim would.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know if you told them about that.
I didn't yet.
Okay.
Yeah, like maybe at the end of the week or something. That might be something you.
Although after what happened
doing her own thing.
After what happened in the arena, I feel like you might actually be keeping a low profile.
Yeah, she's probably just.
We'll have to. We can do some role playing. We can do some role play next week for if I tell you.
Another thing we could consider doing is I don't know how long he's gonna let us just like, hey, we're ready, but we could try to see if Xerxes would give us another teleport up to that city in the north.
Oh, well, you don't know where he is. He might not even be in the city anymore.
Yeah, he said he would.
Right, but we have
find him in the city.
Well, right, but we have the the ability to contact him via message.
True.
Oh, right. It did give us a sending thing.
Sending,
We
yeah.
could try that, but I'm all about overland travel.
It could be fun, but it also, like, I
time-wise,
mean,
yeah.
if it was months from Char to the capital.